Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Critical Role Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master. My name's Kelly, I use he and him, and I am very excited to be here tonight because we are delving deeper into the mysteries of Ahn'Qirel and Kael Morrow. Assuming that the players get that far tonight because we have a lot of things to do. So if this is your first time tuning in, you have missed the entire beginning of Call of the Netherdeep, which is inadvisable. I'd go watch everything back on YouTube or listen to it on the podcast. But what you need to know for the immediate past that the characters are dealing with right now is that they have accepted a mission from the Legions of Allsight, a group of scholars and general inquisitive busybodies, and the mission was to go to the Life Dome. Ahn'Qirel is an oasis city, and the characters have gone to this Life Dome, which is the oasis that feeds all of the water systems, as well as the agriculture and horticulture inside of the city, and to look for a secret entrance that is rumored to exist inside of the Life Dome that leads to Kael Morrow, the ancient city on which Ahn'Qirel is built. There, they looked around, discovered that there is no such place, like there is no such way into it, at least from here, and were immediately attacked by a pair, not just one, but a pair of invisible stalkers, which are elemental assassins, and that sure seems fishy. The game ended with the fight having resolved, and the characters all having survived, although it was touch and go for a little bit. And without further ado, why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves so you know who survived the fight. Also, real quick, we do have a fifth player who will not be joining us tonight. Christine is still recovering from her back strain, but we expect her hopefully next week, so long as her physio goes well. So Christine, feel better. And with that, let's pass it around the circle. Robin.
Hello everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her as my pronouns, and tonight I'm playing our favorite barbarian, Kaeko Skaar, who hacked at water a lot last game. Or air. It was air. They're unseeing services. It was playing in the water. We just had fun time in the water. It was great.
It was fun. It was good. All right. Any special news? Anything that you need to share with the audience?
I don't think so.
We'll talk about that if we get to a break tonight. So I have something I want to ask you. Let's pass it over to Christa.
Hello, I'm Christa. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and I am playing Sabina Moorden, our Lotus Den Halfling Beastmaster Ranger, and their animal companion, Dax, the Moorbounder, who did a lot of helping last time.
He's a big time helper. I want someone to make a Dax hand puppet so that I can play him or you can play him. Maybe two, so we can both play him depending on who has it.
Oh my god.
We should ask Christa. We should ask Christa to make one.
Or Bongmaster.
Yep.
I'll make a mini version of Francis.
But it needs to have the biggest eyes. Like it needs to be googly.
Yes. It needs to look like
Moogly.
Whatever the Beanie Baby people turn to afterwards, the ones that have the weirdly large eyes.
Jared Kushner.
Never mind. What? No. I don't have anything terribly exciting except that I participated in my very first Magic the Gathering draft day yesterday, and
beautiful.
It was lots of fun.
Oh, nice.
Also, you are coming over. You're coming back over to visit this weekend to record many episodes of Dork Tales the podcast, or Dork Pod, as it will be known.
Yes.
So excited about that. So is Robin. So, all right, down to Chris.
Robin is not stick fairy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, I'm Chris. I am, you can find me on Dork Tales, conveniently enough. And I use he, him, or they pronouns. Tonight I will be playing Dorlen, Wildrock, the hyper not focused gnome who was thrown around a lot by these air things and was seeing multiple Caicos. It was the strangest thing. I think he hit his head pretty hard. He was seeing stars.
Hey, stars. Anything fun you want to share with the audience?
I don't think so.
All right.
That I'm allowed to talk about.
That's fair. There's some secret things you're not allowed to talk about. Oh, good. Spell Chamber's up. All right, let's pass it over to Caitlan.
Hello, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and so does my character, Xarria Rainn, the tiefling cleric of the party.
Excellent. Caitlan,
Yes.
anything fun to share?
No, I'm not very fun.
That's fair. I'm not very fun this week either. The only fun things that I have to share is that a bunch of podcast episodes are going up this week, starting tomorrow, and I am very excited to share those because in addition to episode 0 of Spelljammer coming up this week, last week's episode of Call of the Netherdeep, which is dropping on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. So if you're hearing this in the future, sorry about that. I took yesterday off because it was a holiday, and the other people on Dork Tales have decided that I have to take days off. So
It's very important.
Apparently. But those are coming up, and we're also doing a broadcast of Reign of Emeries, which is our one of our homebrew epics. It was a 26 episode epic that we ran, and it's finally going to be available on podcast. Will require very little knowledge of the world of Elos. It all pretty much makes sense because a lot of the players were going in pretty blind to, like, you know, the lore. So that was a lot of fun.
It was so good. Not that I'm biased, but it was so good.
You're not in it. What? I edited you out.
No.
I had Chris redo all your lines. Ivy sounds way different.
I was gonna say, I hope Chris did Ivy's voice justice.
The cosplay was better.
Oh,
J'accuse. It was even more low cut. It wasn't a corset. It was a negligee. All right, folks, y'all ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, so without further ado, let us get our ducks in a row and return to Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. The sound of combat subsides and is quickly replaced by the sound of insects and birds shuffling amidst the leaves and canopies there inside of the Life Dome. As you slosh your way out of the oasis and onto the banks, the caretaker of the oasis, one Carlisle Krugen, approaches and calls out to you, y'all okay?
I think we're okay. Oh, that was...
Yeah, just barely.
What you have is a trap.
Apparently so. Well, so long as none of y'all are hurt too bad, that's lucky. Well, I think if it's invisible stalkers that were here, it's got to be something like the Consortium of the Vermilion Dreamer, or probably more than likely the Sentinels of Memory. You know, them folks that come in and try to prevent anybody from learning the history of Kael Morrow.
Why? I don't understand. Why would people want to not know the history of the place?
They think that some things are better left buried in the past.
Like what?
Well, I mean, like Kael Morrow. But anything about
what?
the calamity. I don't know if y'all are heard, but there are these powerful relics, these things called vestiges, that carry with them power beyond reckoning that come back from the calamity. Infused power of the gods themselves, and, well, some people are just, you know, scared, and rightly so. Well, I got a wash basin over here if you want to get some of that mud off. And I mean, the oasis is just about the freshest water, and I guess honestly, if it's a wash basin, it's coming out of the oasis anyway. But I got some rags if you ain't got.
Is it okay that we bled? in the oasis if it's like,
Oh.
no one's drinking this, right?
Oh yeah, tons of people are drinking it, but water cleans itself every 100 feet or so. Well,
Okay.
running water does. Like a stagnant pool stays stagnant no matter how big it is.
Yes. Where can we find these orders of memory people?
Oh, the Sentinels?
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, that's the problem with secret societies, right? They tend to be pretty secret. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head. I'd say probably the Tower of Memory, to be honest. I mean, that's kind of a basic idea. The Tower of Memory.
That seemed little on the nose.
It seems a little on the nose. You know what? I heard a rumor that the consortium of the Vermilion Dream have a place set up in the bazaar.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
is it a bar or a tavern by chance?
You know, that'd be a good place to have a secret hideout.
I'll look at Kaeko sheepishly. A good place to hang out.
Well, perhaps we
Yes.
Perhaps we should ask Prolix what if they have any information on
That's
this other group.
probably a good idea, because if
Oh,
they knew
yeah.
we were going to be here, there might be some sort of a leak in their information or security.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Hmm.
We should probably tell the people that hired us to go sniff it
'Cause
out, what we found.
I don't see Prolix setting us up. He's
I
been
would
doing a
not.
lot to help us out.
He's a good sort.
So how else would they know we were here? And set this up ahead of time, right? How would they have gotten in here
But
anyway?
You know, actually, I don't know if they actually had to know we were here. Because
Oh?
those things just, they just look for their target, right? So if we're just
Yeah.
their target.
But they were waiting at the bottom of the water.
I think they're waiting for anyone to come into this pool, and then when we went into the pool, it triggered.
That sounds
The
about
trap?
right. Sabina, as you're standing listening to this, something is going to glint out of the corner of your eye that you're going to see floating just on the edge of the bank.
Everyone's talking. She'll go take a look.
It's a little gem on a string that you'll recognize as the crystal that Carlisle used to open the side of the Life Dome. The one that he had gone missing and he was looking for.
Carlisle.
Yeah.
Is this yours?
Oh, you found it! Thank you so much!
I think they might have had it.
You know, when we came in, I felt a cool breeze pass, and as you can tell, as your hair continues to from the humidity, it ain't too cool inside here. It seemed kind of strange, but I just figured with pressure differentials, and I didn't want to say that. I mean, one of you's a Goliath. I don't know if y'all have like a cold aura or something. You're from the mountains. You're cold people. I mean, you seem pretty warm, but you can see why I'm not, in my ignorance, assume. You know.
Regardless, I suppose that means they might have taken this. I don't know if it was the stalkers themselves. I don't know how intelligent they are or capable of that. But perhaps the person that sent them is still around, or was waiting outside to see what happens, so we should probably still be on our guard.
That's fair.
So when we go outside, look for somebody suspicious.
Well, they were unseen servants, so we have to look for someone that's invisible. How can we do
I
that?
don't have that spell.
But they don't have to be invisible. I'm confused.
I suppose if they swiped Carlisle's gem without him noticing, they may have been invisible, but I don't know if they had to be invisible still. It hasn't been long. Perhaps we best head to Prolix and ask them to provide some additional support in looking out for Carlisle.
Quick question, Carlisle.
Yeah.
We can't get out without your key, right?
Well, I mean, you not without breaking the glass. No.
So we should look around and see if this person is broken out, because the key is here.
Oh, so they might still be in here.
Yes.
If they were in here in the first place.
Well, I thought that they came in when we came in.
But they wouldn't have come out, right?
Yes. If they can't get out.
Well, I don't.
That's the question, if it's a person or the stalkers themselves.
Well, I don't. If
Hmm.
I don't know much about invisible stalkers, mind you, but I know that when you summon something, you don't got to be close by to where you send it.
Can invisible stalkers hold keys? I guess.
I
then.
mean, they could hold your friend. I don't see why not. Xarria, you have a very clear memory, and actually you'll have like ligature marks on your throat from where it was grabbing you. Not quite fingers, but definitely like big blady hooks around your neck.
They're definitely very strong and very able to make contact by themselves.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe then, maybe someone is in it. It wasn't in here. I'm just overthinking things, which it's honestly sometimes hard for me to overthink something.
You're doing well.
We should definitely be careful, but I don't think that assuming that they're in here is the right course of action either. I know if, I wouldn't be at the scene of the crime if I didn't have to be,
Yes. So we need to find Prolix. And then these sentinels.
Well, yeah, or no, don't take my word. I know it'd be either them or the consortium, probably. But I ain't the foggiest on which one it might be. Maybe Prolix can help you. He said he was going to be at the Crystal Chateau later. Oh, sorry, I got myself so worked up, I'm yawning.
Oh, it's okay. Not every day that
No, it really
you have
ain't.
invisible stalkers.
It really ain't. Well, thank you all for saving, yourselves and probably me. They probably would have killed me, but proper, and probably would have busted up this place, which is an even bigger tragedy.
Well, you stay safe, and if anything else is fishy around here,
Let us know.
let us know, and let the Allegiance of Foresight know. And
Unless the fish are supposed to be here. We don't need to know about that.
The fish are supposed to be here. Don't worry, I wouldn't tell. I can carp a secret.
Oh,
Do you make a halibut of it?
Sabina!
Oh, I could have said secret, like a sea critter.
Ooh.
Well, I won't be crabby. Oh no, crabs here. Damn. Halibut. I'll have to watch where I perch myself.
yes, there'll be in a lot of. I don't know. I was going to say trying to do some trout, but that didn't work.
I think we're getting in over our head. So let's get going.
I
Prolix
agree.
And
We're just
hunt down who's
gulping
trying
our
to kill us.
gills.
This is kind of exciting if it wasn't such a terrible thing.
Right? Murder, mysteries, invisible, unseen servants, conspiracies. I realize we also know where the consortium is, so we could also just go ask them as well afterwards if they sent it
Let's-
after us. And
Let's find out what Prolix has to say, see if he has any information, and then
him first.
then we can. I mean, I'm pretty sure Sabina wouldn't mind going and beating down the door of the consortium's place, but we kind of need proof.
Well, best of luck, and as always, thanks for all your help.
Stay safe, Carlisle.
Do my best. And with that, you make your way out into Ankarel. You never thought that you would be happy to be stepping out into that blistering desert heat. But the humidity that's just coating you like a glaze is met with a warm desert breeze as soon as you step outside.
Oh, that is nice. I feel like I can breathe.
Right? Oh, God. That is nothing like the mountains. Oh, this is better. Oh,
This is still nothing like the mountains.
Kaiko's gonna, like, wring out her hair a bit with sweat.
Oh.
And water, probably. Well, just the mountains at least is dry air, so at least the dryness. And the mountains, you're not, like, just soaking.
I understand. It is a lot better.
Dax will give a mighty shake of what moisture is left on him. Just
Oh.
there's very little. It basically goes.
Well, I'm sure we'll dry off pretty quick.
Yes. Does anyone remember the way back?
Dax will begin pulling that direction.
Good.
Excellent.
What would we do without Dax?
It's true.
Really good question.
Before long, you'll find yourselves inside of the Crystal Chateau again. There is a soft rattling noise after you're escorted in and set down as Prolix begins to make you some chai tea out of a little glass set of like little tiny mugs, like the pinch mugs. You know what I'm talking about? The little pinch glasses. With the teardrop shaped handles coming off of them, all freshly blown glass made less than a year ago, probably,
Nice.
as well as like an amber glass teapot. And he'll be making you something to drink and letting you cool off inside of the room, which has a couple of magically oriented fans kind of working like palm fronds.
Oh, this is
Kaiko's
nice.
just gonna stand in front of one like this, just like spread eagle.
So, you said you had some trouble inside of the Life Dome?
Assassination! Assassins!
It was a trap.
There is
Unexpectedly, invisible stalkers. But
Oh. Are you alright?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When we were here, we didn't die, we perish.
But
Kind of
We
got a little
bested-
beat up, though. They knocked
Where's
me
the
right
green
out
one?
of my boots. What?
Oh, she didn't join us there.
oh,
We don't know where
she
she
wasn't
is.
there.
She's off doing business.
I forgot that we didn't have breakfast with her. I had been... Oh, good.
Are you okay? Have you had enough to drink, Prolix?
Never. Never,
That's
not
fair.
even a little bit. I do
You need to
have...
stay hydrated.
I was actually wondering, after the trouble, I'm so sorry. I feel like tea is not sufficient to be paying you back for this, even with the I guess the payment. I just one moment. All right, and he's going to ruffle around in a cupboard, and he walks over to it. It's one of these cupboards with this beautiful wooden trim, but the actual center of the doors is this kind of almost like wicker pattern design from like fronds and things that have been like basically it's like interwoven straw. And he'll it open and start shuffling around. There's books and papers and scrolls stuffed through it. You're in one of the Crystal Chateau's like conference rooms. It's not terribly large, about 20 feet by about 15 feet. Large enough for a large table off to one side and a few sitting chairs. This seems like a room for small seminars and things like that. A moment later, he's going to come back with a small bottle, about a 500 ml bottle, with an old weathered cork sticking out of the top. it's the least I could do. It's peppermint.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It would go well with the tea, I think.
That is one way to find out.
Yes.
He pops it and like we'll hand you some extra glasses and we'll pour the tea with a rickety hand.
Oh, do you want me to? And Kaeko will cast Mage Hand and.
Oh, yeah, that would be very lovely. Sabina,
No, thank you.
it's good schnapps,
I'm fine, thank you.
of course. Mr. Dax?
He probably like perks up for a second and then like smells it and is like, oh.
roll a d20 to see if Moorbounders like peppermint schnapps.
I was gonna say my parents' dog is a
14?
literal booze hound. She loves beer and wine. And
What do you roll?
drinks.
I rolled a 14. I don't know what that
14. I mean, like, it means I think he would be interested if Sabina had not just refused it, because he's definitely like solidarity, right?
means. Fair.
All right. So if Sabina's not drinking, he's not drinking. But Prolix will pour a healthy portion of the bottle to each of you, probably a good like 2 fingers worth into these glasses.
Nice.
Keiko's gonna like motion for
goodness.
more in hers.
Yeah, I suppose that you've got more body to put this in, and you've got less halfling to share it with. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Exactly.
I want to say that I apologize for the events of the day. If I'd known that it was a trap, I never would have sent you in, but to be fair, to be entirely transparent, I'm very glad that I did send you in. Had any other members of the Allegiance of Allsight gone inside of that place, they likely would have been killed unceremoniously, their bodies floating down from the oasis to be found by some farmer. But instead, you defeated them. 2 invisible stalkers.
Yes, I agree. I wouldn't have put anybody else in that position other than
No.
us, I suppose.
You're...
And we know
You-
you wouldn't have sent us with any intent. Like
No.
it's
But that
we
does
would-
bring up a question. Why?
Hmm.
Like who did this?
yes.
And
Yes.
like, was it something against? Was it an organization that was trying to stop us in particular, or was it someone that was trying to stop the consortium? And they have a
Where
leak in
did
their
you-
information.
Where did you hear the rumor?
The guy said something about the Sentinels of Memory or something like that. And yeah, the rumor. Keiko's got it.
The rumor. The rumor was passed to me by... One moment while I refresh my memory. Let's see, as you must be aware, there's I mean, we received the rumors through a number of channels. I was not the one who heard the rumor, although I can do my best to find out where it originated from. I just volunteered you because you're very skilled. And honestly, I wish that the Allegiance of Allsight had more like you. If
You're so nice.
it would not be too much of an inconvenience, and if you're still interested, I know that you're probably being courted by a number of offers from other organizations, and the question is probably hounding you mercilessly. I would like to potentially put your name forward for membership inside the Allegiance of Allsight. I can't guarantee anything, but they can't deny with your results.
We are effective.
Very effective.
Would with having such prestigious individuals join the Allegiance, would we be able to possibly, not as like a condition, but if you guys find out who tried to kill us, maybe you could give that information could fall into our hands.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even if you don't join, if somebody tried to kill you, I think you have the right to know who tried to kill you.
Perfect.
I've always liked you, Prolix.
Thank you. I've been fond of you from time to time as well.
Attempted murder is probably just as illegal as murder, right?
I mean, yeah, I would think so. I mean,
So we find out who tried to murder us, and then we
I
can
think
bring
I
them
believe
to
that in the legal
justice.
system that successful murder is only worse if you desecrate the body, because then you're defiling a corpse on top of making it.
Right.
But this really does bring up some philosophical questions, though. Is the act of murder more...
Prolix?
Yeah,
I have a question for you.
yeah.
What does membership mean? Are we then beholden to you,
I
to
mean,
the organization?
it means, yeah, you work with the organization and you try to help us advance our goals. And as long as you work for us, there are perks. Did you like my apartment?
Yes.
Yes, it was quite nice.
It's,
Not really.
I supplement it a bit, but anyone in the Allegiance of Allsight who does regular works does have accommodation paid for inside of Ankarael by a grant.
Could it be something a little bit more open with some space for, I don't know, let's say a moorbounder to frolic?
I mean, if you all live together, I'm sure there could be like a townhouse or something like that. There's lots of that type of property around the campus.
Does it have to be in Incarel?
I mean, it would need to be near the Crystal Chateau, but if you're talking about leaving on Corral, then sort of what I did, right? I was out on assignment. I was doing field work. So that type of thing is very both possible and sometimes lucrative. I was paid a decent stipend to travel to Bazalzan as part of my research.
But I think we're trying to figure out is if we join members, does that mean we have? If it's a you'll ask us to do something, but really it's not an ask, it's a tell, or do we have freedom to like contract work?
Well, we could leave if we don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
And you're not I actually don't know what the situation is like with any of your pasts, so I apologize for the use of this word, but none of you are slaves. You may do whatever you want.
I think it's less we're thinking about slave because we will get compensated, right? It's more.
Yeah.
If we'll have the opportunity to freely search for what we're looking for, and she's going to touch the jewel. We do have our own missions, things that brought us here, and we don't want this to hinder that.
Yeah, I think that probably would be fine. I mean, I have a lot of time to pursue my own endeavors as well. A bit less for me recently because I've taken on additional duties, because I need additional monies because I did pick a nice apartment. Yeah, you have all sorts of freedoms.
Well, that's good then. I just think we want to make sure we know what we're signing up for, because I would still like to eventually work on my music.
Sabina, does that answer your question, or were you trying to get at something else?
No, I just might. I don't know if this is where I want to stay, and I wouldn't want to let anybody down by accepting something and then not following through.
We have many people that join and then depart and move around the world. It's just a fact of life. And to be fair, if you remain with the Allegiance of Allsight and you go back to Wildmount, something like that, it's not bad. It just means that the Allegiance of Allsight has someone they can trust inside of Wildmount.
Okay. Thank you, Prolix.
I mean, you won't receive, free lodging inside of the city, then.
Oh, no, that's
But
fine. I wouldn't
you
want to live here anyway.
You get this cool badge, though. And he flicks his badge a couple times, which is this, let me just remind myself what this badge looks like. I believe it is an eyeball inside of, it's not actually on his picture. Well, that's great. It is going to be an eyeball. Actually, what's the symbol of the order? Let me double check. Did they put that in at least? Let's find out. Jewel of Hope. Factions. Give me the eye symbol. They didn't put it on either of the dudes either. What? Okay, it's going to be an eyeball inside of a triangle, I've decided, or a diamond.
Oh, okay.
What,
It looks like it's... Oh, that might be something else. Never mind.
Allegiance of All Sight badge. Maybe it's at the end of the book, and I just wasn't looking for it because that's one of the weird things that's like, yeah, I didn't think I. No, I'm not seeing it anywhere. Anyway, he'll flick his Allegiance of All Sight badge a couple times. Ding ding.
Oh, that is quite cool.
Yeah, it's worth a pretty
Very
penny.
good.
Please, do not. If you do get one, don't pawn it. It's rude.
Oh, that makes sense. Right. I'm not sure we're ready to make the decision right this minute, Prolix, but we do really appreciate the offer. I'm sure
Yeah.
I speak for everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Anyway, but it's. I don't mean to keep you. I know it's getting late. It's almost dusk. I want to say thank you again, though. You saved the lives of many a weak, fragile scholar.
Of course.
He'll give you kind of a
Thank you.
round-faced pumpkin smile. Honestly, he looks like a pumpkin in a robe. Like he's a pumpkin tiefling.
Are we
Aw.
allowed to visit the dome any other time?
You'd have to check in with Carlisle, but it seems like, from what I hear, you made a good impression.
Okay. It was very nice in there.
Really?
Yes.
I'm a
It's
tiefling.
very
and I
warm.
even found it very. Yeah, it's a bit
Oh,
sticky.
Very stuffy. Yes.
Other than being hard to breathe,
Hard
it
to
did have a
breathe.
lot of interesting things that I wouldn't mind looking at one day.
Yeah, but I
Lots
like
of
reading.
interesting plants.
Yes.
and so many fish. We got a good view of those, right, Xarria?
Oh, yes, I got very up close and personal with them.
I don't think you're allowed to go fishing there.
No, well, it was an unexpected trip.
I
That's
didn't want
for
to
sure.
eat them, but now that
Oh.
The
you mention
unseen servants really wanted Xarria to see the fish.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that, the
interesting.
invisible stalkers.
Yes, they were
Such an
stalkers.
unoriginal name. Invisible stalkers. Like,
It's very descriptive, though, right?
very descriptive, but I wonder what they call themselves, because that feels like a name that other people, like, just use to describe them.
Put upon them. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, moor bounders isn't much better. They bound through the moors.
Good more. Yeah.
I mean, Goliath, I'm big.
Hmm.
Halfling is almost kind of rude when you think about it.
I
If you're
hadn't thought
half of a
about it.
ling, what's a
Hmm.
full ling?
Mm. See? Rude and confusing.
Right?
Hmm.
Well, tiefling. So halfling is a half tiefling?
I think
Or
gnome's a
half
good name.
tiefling?
Yeah, if
Gnome
you're lucky.
works.
It's pretty good.
No.
Gnome works.
Do you call young gnomes gnomelings?
I
You should.
call them at all.
Just don't call them late for supper.
There. Well, thank you again and again, and please enjoy the schnapps and
There's snacks too.
schnapps.
Ooh.
It's a beverage. I could get you
Oh.
some rice crackers perhaps.
Oh, those sound nice. Thank you. That would
Yeah.
be lovely.
Yeah,
Grapes,
you-
crackers, and snaps.
you should
Perfect.
you might want to enjoy them on the road though, because I have I have a date that I need to get to.
Oh.
I to be honest, I wasn't sure you were going to be coming back same day, and they were available.
I'm so sorry.
I thought you told us we would.
I mean, yeah, but you're kind of chaotic.
I suppose that's true.
And sometimes,
very
you know,
true.
it just kind of fell into my lap. So,
Who's the lucky person?
oh, you don't know them. They're from out
Individual?
of town.
But we're also from out of town.
Oh,
Yeah.
We don't know anyone in this town.
Oh, snaps, you might
Yeah.
know them.
Anyways, we'll get out of your hair. I just am excited for you, Prolix. Good luck on your date. I
Yes.
wanted to wish you well with them.
Thank you. It's, I mean, I don't know if they know it's a date, but,
Oh,
I-
I can help with that. She'll pull out a couple little seeds from her bag and druid craft, turn them into like a tiny little bouquet, and be
Oh.
like, "Here you are. I hear that flowers are an indication that it is a date."
yeah, these are very pretty. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
The best of luck, Prolix.
Yeah, and he'll reach into his satchel and pull out a little baggie and toss it on the table. And there's some rice crackers inside of there. For the road.
For the road,
thank-
yes.
Thank you very much. Well, yeah, we won't keep you. She's going to like kind of play with his bangs a little bit, kind of make them a little bit nicer.
Tidy them.
There you go,
Make-
tidy them a little bit. Yes, exactly.
I feel more handsome already.
Perfect. Good luck.
Oh,
Thank
here.
Huh?
I can help too.
That's in my eyes. Ah, burns.
I'll
It's a
make sure
goggle,
he's
did you not
make
see?
sure Prolix is
I wasn't
is,
even wearing goggles.
is clean.
And Kaeko will take Mage Hand and just like use it to like fix his collar if it's gotten bent, and just like straighten out a couple things and tuck in, you know, shirt.
Yeah,
I love it.
yes. Okay, I feel pretty good. I feel like $1 million.
You
Uh,
look
Feel minty
like-
fresh.
you
And
look,
I feel
fantastic.
I feel minty and sprinty and pretty great actually. I will, I guess, see you shortly.
Hopefully not too shortly.
Ah, yeah, I got you. Yes.
And don't worry, Prolix. I'll give you a little tune as you leave, and just to give you a bit of help, because if you want, and this is totally, you know, but you know, you might end up going to a bang, a bang, a bang and a bang. I said a bang, bang, bang and a bang, a bang, 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 bang and a bang. I said a bang, bang, bang and a bang, and she's gonna bardic inspiration, Prolix.
I will do it. there will be much banging to be heard.
Yes.
Prolix, remember that they are a lucky person to have your eye.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to use protection.
And
And I was going to be like, I already cast mage armor this morning. Yeah. Yeah. And he's going to back out. And that's the point where you're going to realize that as he's backing out of the room, the door has been open the entire time, and a studious scholar with a long mustache has been standing in the door just kind of going, this conference room is booked. Prolix Yusuf.
Oh no.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. These are the ones from the aspirants from the. Yes. Of course.
To be fair, Prolix was trying to shoo us out, so it's not his fault we were
It's
keeping
yes.
them here.
Well,
We're leaving.
don't let me keep you from departing and your banging.
I said bang, 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 I said bang, bang, bang.
All right, so with that, you are going to make your way outside of the Crystal Chateau, back into the streets of the Sigil District, and you are going to be on the streets of Ank'Harel again. What's the plan, Stan?
We don't have to meet the consortium until the morning, correct?
You do not. It is dusk right now.
Okay.
Well,
Speaking of banging,
No.
I don't know what you guys want to do, but if we're not up to much, I might go find my husband.
I see.
I feel like I could use some rest after that, and if we've got invisible things off them, I want to try and like play around with my goggles a bit, see if I can find a right wavelength to be able to view them, because I've got an idea about. It was actually like when I hit my head and seeing, and he'll just start rambling off on like different kind of theories and just not stop at all.
Kaiko's eyes are gonna glaze over.
As you're walking back, you'll be making your way down the street, and every night at Ank'Harel, there's a bit of excitement in the air around dinner and dusk. It's definitely a town that really comes to life when the sun kind of dips a bit, and all of the fairy lights and the street lights are brilliantly blazing beneath that black starry sky. And as you're walking, you can just get the barest hint of the outline of Ruidus above you. Barely visible, just a red circle in the sky. Not even a full moon, not even a full sphere, just the outline. And as you glance up at it for just the barest moment, there is going to be a sudden impact with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, with Sabina. Sabina, a teenage girl, is going to bump into you. She looks down at you. Looking up, you can see that it is a half-elf girl with long braided black hair, but skin this bright kind of gray-blue color, like an air genasi. Sorry about that, she says in a surprisingly breathy, husky voice. Are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I'm so sorry. I didn't look where I was going.
You have all your things on you? Nope. You didn't drop your purse or anything?
I don't think
Oh.
so.
Here, you drop this. And she'll pick up a piece of paper and hand it to you.
Thank you.
And will just nod. I'll try to be more careful next time. And step into the crowd of people.
Sabina will try to read it.
Aspirants. We have a mission that will test your abilities. Do not try to contact us again until you have fulfilled it.
Oh.
Taking a glance at it, the entire message will read, Aspirants. We have a mission that will test your abilities. Do not try to contact us again until you have fulfilled it. Rumors say a ghost haunts the shrine to the Wild Mother in the Sigil District in the dark hours. Folk who enter or even pass too close to the shrine might hear a dreadful wailing at night, or feel the touch of blood-chilling ghostly hands. Learn the truth about the spirit and, if possible, turn its wrath to our benefit. Any advantage we can have in the Sigil District is a useful one. It's an unsigned letter.
Xarria, I think we have a mission.
A mission? Oh. Where did you get this from?
The girl that told me I dropped it.
Ooh, how mysterious.
Do you know
It's
what they're
not signed,
wearing?
Very nondescript, average clothing. Like, a little bit like everyone around here. Huh.
They were an air genasi, I think. But other than that, I don't know.
Huh.
Who do we think it's from?
What?
The Christa forgot the name of the thing. The question is a part of
Cobalt Soul.
Cobalt Soul. Do you think it's from the Cobalt Soul?
Are
Potentially,
they
but
that like
secretive?
That seems
I'm not
more like the
sure.
Legions of Volsight. No, not Legions of Volsight. That's who we just were working for. The Vermilion something.
A
I don't know why I'm
consortium.
with Consortium.
Didn't you call them nerd spies?
Oh, true.
Oh, I did call them nerd spies.
There's no descriptive markings on this, hey?
There are not. No.
Like holding it up to the light. It's not like paper's got like.
Make me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Yes, Kaeko would like to sniff the paper too.
Oh, that's a good one.
Make me an investigation roll.
Yes.
Dorlen keeps walking, not noticing anything of this has happened. And so I think that if the refraction of the light hits the lens at the right time, you'll
Dax
be able to see the
will
elemental
come
signature of
over
the-
and stop in front of
17.
you until you walk into him, and he'll sit.
I didn't know you were interested in this kind of a work, and I'll just sit with him and start talking to him about the
Beautiful.
theory.
He'll hold you in place.
Perfect. So I got a 17 on my investigation.
Perfect.
Very much Keiko's
Well,
just gonna
Edit.
smell nothing because she got a 6.
Okay.
Smells like paper.
Xarria, you are going to smell that same scent of that mixture of dark, old, stanky ale, like from around those back casks, but also a slight alchemical scent in the air, a little tinge of sulfur, like some of the vials in that back room.
Oh.
It definitely feels like it could be the consortium.
It does feel like it's written like the consortium as well. I don't think that the Cobalt Soul would be this brusque with their wording. I don't know. It feels almost bordering on rude, or that we've been rude to them.
Well, that's not fair. They told us we could come back no matter whether we did a job for them or not, and them making us do a job for them. They didn't.
Well, that's just what I smell and what I feel, but could be wrong. Should we go see what this is about? Perhaps right now. I think we still have some time.
Doesn't the note say don't contact them?
Until we've
I don't
done
think we
this.
Yes.
What note?
This one.
Dorlen, where did you go off to?
You guys stopped.
Oh, but you're still going off on your tangent. I got distracted like a kilometer ago.
Yeah, it was very boring. All I heard was blah
Well,
blah.
Dax was
blah.
interested, thank you.
Waves, blah.
Everyone's
blah,
a critic, and-
blah.
I'll pet
Yeah,
it.
Dax's eyes roll.
In any case, we have this letter. She's gonna hand it
So
to him
could I
now.
do something about
So,
hunting ghosts?
so there's a ghost they want us to get to help them? Well, we don't like them anyway, right? We should
No.
probably try and just help the ghost.
Or just banish it, send it to peace so it moves on?
Yeah, that's what I said. Help the ghost.
Oh, yes, I thought you meant help the ghost, like, haunt people.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I mean,
Unless we want to.
unless it wants to. But I don't think it wants to. I mean, well, I actually don't know much about ghosts.
I think things that.
All I know is
so
I
dead.
am not afraid of no ghosts.
I am
Right,
a little
but,
bit, but I think I
Something
can
it
handle it.
wants.
Maybe we should rest for the night, though. I mean, Kaeko had some busting to do, or banging to do with her husband, and
We-
I don't know about the rest
But
of
we
you.
won't have time to do this before we go see them in the morning, and if we're not
Yeah.
allowed to see them until we're done this,
Well, how's everyone feeling? I know I could
Well-
probably help out a bit, but
How long were we at Prolix?
By now, it's probably about. I mean, it's evening right now, so 6.
I know, but
6th
how
or
long did
7th?
we spend how long did we spend with Prolix?
Did we get a short rest?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a short rest, absolutely. You had time for tea and drinks, absolutely.
Okay. I'm just gonna...
So hit dice, but no spell slots.
Yeah, not yet.
Fabulous.
Cool.
That works.
Yes.
Well, I feel refreshed and good to go.
Oh, do you now?
But I wasn't the one who was being drowned or...
Yes, how are you doing,
Yes.
Xarria?
I mean, not particular. Well, much better after Prolix's, actually. I don't know. Let me figure myself out. Shall I? I hadn't done it.
Standing in the middle of the street, these throngs of people
Like,
moving around you while you're like,
Yeah.
checking. All right, we seem good.
Checking. Yeah, we seem alright.
Oh yeah, Kaiko's feeling right as rain as well.
Oh, that's not the best. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good. I haven't actually used much magic in that last battle. I used more strength, so my magic capabilities are pretty good, and I'm feeling, that tea really helped me. Oh, I guess I should put one bardic inspiration on because I gave
You should.
Prolix as we were leaving.
Oh,
So one less bardic inspiration. That's fine.
Oh, did they say we had to see them in the morning, though? What if we did it in the morning tomorrow and then went to see them?
But don't ghosts usually work at nighttime?
About at night? I'm not really sure.
The letter specifically says that they haunt in the dark hours.
Okay. So we couldn't just take
Convenient.
a blanket and make it dark in the area.
A darkness spell.
What if we took a clock and we painted black paint over certain of them, and then those are the dark hours?
There you go.
Do you think that
Like
would
it.
work, Sabina? Do you think that would work?
If they... Yes.
Then let's
Yes.
do that.
If it was the specific ones, I think it would work.
If we want to, I will be alright. I still have a decent amount of fuel left. And energy.
So we're going... We're gonna find a ghost?
Are we ghost hunting?
We're gonna. I think it's. I'm down for a ghost hunt.
We
I
should...
didn't have
quite
anything
good
else to
hunting.
do.
I mean, and I'll look up
There you
at the red moon. I mean, that's probably a good sign for a ghost, right?
Not sure it's a good
Unfortunately.
sign for anything.
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Wait, where are we going?
The Sigil District.
Yes, I think. I was hearing you mutter some sort of shrine.
I can't remember what the note said.
The shrine
It was
to
Shrine
the
of the
Wild
Wild
Mother.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds right up Sabina's alley. Let's find this shrine.
Yes. Let's go shrining and dining.
Shrining and dining.
Ooh, actual
I'm
food might be nice, actually.
Yes. It's 6th or 7th bell. Why don't we get some food and then go beat up some ghost or help some
Not sure
ghosts
it's quite
along
dark
the
enough
way.
for that. Yes.
Yes. I am starving. Those rice crackers did not do much, and all we had was tea with some schnapps in it. And then we had breakfast. We missed lunch? I can't believe we missed lunch.
I suppose
You
we
did.
did.
Oh, no wonder I'm starving. I could eat a whole more bounder. No offense, Dax.
All right.
My poor Dax. He puts up with so much.
All right. So, where do you head off? Are you thinking that you're going to go grab like a bite on the side of the road? Do you think you're going to go to like an actual sit-down place, a cantina, a pub? Like, what are you thinking of? There are a number of roadside stands. There's also nearby in the Sigil District, there is like kind of like an open pavilion that has like almost like a food court with food stands on two sides built out of tents with central seating on tables.
Let's get the meat on the stick again.
Oh, well, it might be nice to go to the kind of food area so we have a whole bunch of options.
And we can sit down. Like I said, it's only this. It's still lightish outside. Is it like summer where
It's
it's like
like-
doesn't get dark till
It's
9?
dusky. It's dusky right now.
It's dusky, so we could like just sit down for like an hour and have some food. I might try multiple things if we go to a place that has multiple stalls. I could
There
try
you go.
somewhere of everything.
Some
you go.
kind of court that has a number of
Food.
options of food.
Of food options.
It's a
And then
it's a
we'll
fair
already be
food.
in the Sigil district. Oh, pardon.
Yeah, it's,
Wait,
yeah, either a court
is there
or a
royalty
fair,
at this court?
Yes.
a,
Yes,
a
there-
burger. There's burger royalty. Also dairy.
What's the
Yeah.
etiquette? Like when you're entering this court, like how do you tell which is the royalty and like
They have signs, obviously.
let me know what the proper etiquette is. I don't want to create a international situation.
Don't you, Dorlen? Don't you?
I just wanted just to be nice.
When gnomes go bad.
All right, so
Oh,
you head on over.
Yeah, to the food court. The
Sounds
court of
great. So
food.
what we'll do is we'll call it a food pavilion. That sounds
Food
Ooh.
pavilion.
the
That's
pavilion
too much-
de cuisine.
Oh boy, that's way. Kaiko's not gonna be able to know that. Poor girl.
Now, you fools walked into my trap. For I didn't eat dinner, so
no.
prepare for this. As I
Oh,
go
good.
full Giorgio or R.R. Martin ham on you.
I haven't eaten dinner
I'm
yet.
so ready.
Yet either, so
Well, I've got snacks, so sorry.
Along the way, there are any number of grand things here at the food pavilion inside the Sigil District. In front of you, you can see that there are not one, not two, but 18 establishments, 9 on each side, as well at the crown of the food pavilion, the place for you to drop off your trays and other condiments, and probably not condiments, but bowls and plates, which of course are used and rewashed at a central facility. Now, along the way, there are vegetarian options, there's soup options, there's dessert options, but the things that are going to be striking your fancy are, well, there's a sweet shop over on the left, the third one in, that sells a number of waffles. Particularly, these waffles are designed to be folded, rolled into a cone around sweetened cream made from goat's milk. It has a tart, tangy texture to it, kind of like a mix between feta and like a thick, fatted sour cream that's been fluffed, or like a creme fraiche.
I am
that's
here
been-
for this.
It's been laced with strips and ribbons of caramel, but also they have cinnamon varieties that have been made with star anise, varieties that are made of cinnamon husk. Beyond that, there's something called, in the next one, the Wyvern Spit. Now, at first you think that it's a wyvern on a spit, but no, in fact, it is an establishment that appears to make beverages. Some type of health drink. And judging by the scent of it, the thing coming out of the wyvern spit is a strange concoction of various, I'd say alchemical substances, but that's like saying that you are going crystal shopping with your new age stepmom in the driveway by picking up gravel. This is health food by way of those smoothie shops where they have the wheatgrass in bins where it looks like they're about to resod your yard, but instead they go with a pair of shears. You know what I'm talking about here. But the Wyvern Spit has any amount of ingredients that do include blood from actual creatures. From there, you will see that there is the next one serves a number of strange meats, exotic ones, from this location that appear to be well, there's jackalope, there's elongated pig, which apparently is some type of delicacy of a stretched pig. There is a tea smoked star monkey dish, mostly monkey brains, because I've got Temple of Doom stuck in my head right now, as well as things like cougar, pheasant. Beyond that, there is a place that is serving more iced dishes, similar to the challah or halu that you tried earlier. In example, they have this thing called storm cheese, which is basically like a fluffed cream cheese that is an alternative for ice cream here. Although they do have some fruit sorbet as well. Beyond that, you'll see that there are a number of things, like a stewed chicken with dates and lemongrass down at that, served on a bed of rice noodles. There's stir-fried chipmunk with macadamia nuts, anise, and parsley, served with a bit of garlic pot pie, kind of as a bed for that. Beyond that, there is ostrich served brined on a hoagie roll, glazed with kind of a sour oyster sauce, which how they get oysters to keep in the desert is beyond me, but probably by saucing
Magic.
Can I
Canning them.
Yes.
Kelly, have you ever thought of opening your own food pavilion?
Only when I
you
skip
made
dinner.
Chipmunk sound good.
Because
Like,
yeah,
what?
that's I'm a very food motivated person,
Yep.
and
That's why
this,
I love generators for this, though. You just do a food generator, and then you're just like, that doesn't sound good. I'm gonna mix that with that and that and that. Like, I mean, I'm using a generator from Chaotic Shiny for this right now. I love it. And so here you go. Here is a dish that you would see. Today we will serve a pan-fried brown rice with beaver fish, bush mango nut, cayenne pepper, and Chinese chestnut on a bed of steamed green beans, sautéed lettuce, and blackberries, served with white wine, hard-boiled eggs, peach and parsnip soup with mozzarella.
I'd try it.
I'd try the peach and parsnip soup. I'm not sure about eating a
Yeah.
beaver. You know what? We're gonna keep moving because that line's gonna that's gonna get clipped.
Yep.
What time is
but
it?
the stewed chicken with dates and lemongrass just sounds amazing. Steamed
Yes.
garden rocket and mulberries. I don't know what a rocket is.
What is
Simmered
the
raven.
garden rocket?
It's a garden rocket. I've got a garden rocket right next to the beaver.
What a garden rocket
simmered-
for your beaver.
Chopped goose with nutmeg, pineapple, and hickory nut.
I'd try that.
I would. It's served with cheddar, ox soup, and soft-boiled eggs. So you are going to see that there is quite a bit here. Each of you, to have a full meal, you're going to be down about 3 silver. So mark that off per person. Dax, to get the type of thing that Dax would actually eat here, would probably cost 4 because it's going to be chunks of meat and bone. And by the way, if you ever do have the chance and have not tried ostrich, please do. Because they're jerks. So you might as well eat them.
I've had an
Raw
ostrich egg
meal.
omelet before.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Ostrich is like... Ostrich tastes a lot like hamburger.
Huh.
It's a surprisingly red meat.
That's what I had emu
Which is an ostrich's evil cousin.
ceviche. Yeah, I had it like raw,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
very red meat. It was very surprising.
It's very surprising. And I had an ostrich hamburger once because they have a restaurant in the States called Wildrockers that has ostrich on the menu. That is I was like, I'm gonna eat an ostrich. Out of the many animals that I've eaten in my life, it is the best. One of the best of the red meats, and one of the worst was mantis shrimp. I have eaten a mantis shrimp.
You've eaten mantis shrimp.
I've
Wow.
also eaten. I ate a bunch of stuff when I was in Japan because I didn't know what I was getting.
Oh,
Like-
oh.
There's a funny story about the time that I accidentally ate whale, but that's I didn't know. I didn't know. Also, when you are teaching in a foreign country, they always try, no matter what country it is, they try to get you to eat genitals. Like they just do. Like, oh, eat this. What is it? Bull testicles. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Prairie oysters. You don't want a prairie
Prairie
oyster?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
right.
on.
So that's also
Or
perfect time for the
something
raid.
weird, gross
Hello.
and fermented. Like you go to Norway and they feed you ludfisk.
I would eat
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I would
I
eat
would eat that.
ludfisk, but I have
would eat
eaten ludfisk. But it you have to prep yourself for it.
The only thing, natto is just too slimy. I wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah, I
It's
tried
too
that
slimy.
once actually, but
It's-
I only got like a microwavable version, so
Ooh.
I was like, it was okay. I'd try it again.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
can
one
see
of those
that.
things you have to try more than once. Yeah.
All right, so let's head back into game. Acting.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, no. So you managed to get your food all gathered up, have a nice meal, and prepare to go hunt some ghosts. Actually, I'm gonna break us right here because this seems like a great place to take a quick break to grab a quick snack and swing by the washroom.
Yeah.
So
Go to the food pavilion.
go by the food pavilion in your kitchen,
The
folks. We'll be back
Dork
in.
Food Pavilion.
I would open that. So folks, we'll be back in 7 minutes. We'll be back at 8:30. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. Hello, everybody. We're back from getting a snack. Welcome. This is the part of the program where we're talking to the chat. Hello, raid. We just got 2 raids in a row. One from Guild Superior. Thank you so much, Guild Superior. And thank you to... Who's the other one who raided us? It was a little higher up. It was right before we left. It was...
Escalia.
It's Skaar. I love it. I love that name. But, also playing Dungeons & Dragons. Welcome. We just did that thing in Dungeons & Dragons where the characters are like, let's go get some food. And then I had to describe a bunch of food. And then everyone was like, balls.
We need to eat now.
Yeah, we forgot to eat because we're gaming over distance.
No, I didn't
instead of-
forget to eat. I ate right before we gamed.
Did you?
Are you a really
Yeah,
big
oh,
lunch?
yeah.
I forgot
Oh
dinner.
yeah, I had dinner right before logging on, and then it was just like, yep, I need something else. Like,
See, I've just gone on to like I had a salad for lunch because also like I work, but I'm also trying to get to like low carb / keto, and it's just like it's describing some of the stuff is just like
Until like the first as someone who was on who did keto for quite a while and is getting back into it because I need to. I took it off for most of COVID and that was not a smart idea. So the first 3 weeks are the roughest. After the first month, you don't even miss sugar. You don't even think about it. You think about you start thinking more about the weird feelings from sugar that you get. So.
See, the thing, I it's a nice thing we were talking about this like before we came back. For me, it's not like missing sugar; it's missing like specific things like chocolate.
Yeah. Well, we'll find
If
you some
you
nice dark
can-
chocolate. We'll go to Costco tomorrow, Robin. It'll be good.
No,
All right. So, folks, this is the part of the program we're going to talk to the chat. We're going to do it for about 5 minutes. Then we're going to go back into game where the characters are doing a ghost hunt. So I really hope you stick around for that. If you like what we see here, you like the costuming and stuff, give us a follow, give us a sub if you're watching later on YouTube, and you can always find old episodes over on our YouTube. So also, I wanted to ask real quick. So I'm very excited because I've accidentally doubled my gaming load, folks, because one of my friends, a fellow writer at Onyx Path, was like, hey, I'm running a bunch of games. Does anybody want to show up and do some extra gaming? So I'm going to be joining like 2 new short run games during the day. Where I'm going to play a Dogman. I'm playing Pugmire. And then I'm playing... what's the other one? I'm playing Trinity Aeon. So I hope you can join us. I'm not sure if it's on Plastic Age Plays or if it's on Onyx Path, but hopefully you'll all come over and watch. And then, Robin, I have a question to ask you. It's a very important question.
yes.
Now, Robin, you had said for a while that you like Dork Tales and you like running things for Dork Tales, or you would like to. You've never done it. And because Christa's had so much darn fun running Strixhaven over at our Patreon, which was what the goal was. We had to hit 75 patrons, and then we would have Strixhaven twice a month, and that has been a treat and a half. But at 100 patrons, we started working on the setting book, or I've started working on the setting book, which is going to require a lot of rules because I'm trying to come up with a couple of new classes to put into it, which is a lot of work. Although my Warden class was pretty good. It was a good start. I guess what I'm asking is, Robin, you said that you were interested in running Radiant Citadel. And the question that I have for you is, how many patrons would that cost you?
See, I'm thinking...
We're at 101 right now.
I know. I was wondering if... I'm also logistically thinking about this. I'm wondering if at 125 I start casting and arting the game.
Yeah, because that's an investment, yeah.
And then let's say if we get to 125, maybe a 100 and, celebrate 150, we could start.
Yeah, that's a good
game.
start. Yeah, I'm also looking at some other things to bolster the channel for stuff too, because we were talking over the last couple days, and a lot of people want more homebrew games, and they don't want just these modules. And also, I gotta say real quick, I'm sorry guys that we haven't had a chance to do the how to run for Call of the Netherdeep in a while, because this damn chapter is a monster.
Oh right, yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. I feel like I almost have to do two of them, like one where I dissect it, like, hey guys, if you want to run it, these are some of my options for it, but then also do a player feedback episode.
I would recommend that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's this long, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Gives us all a chance to discuss it.
It is so beefy. It's so beefy, guys, and I don't think that a lot
Especially
of it
compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
I actually have some problems with this chapter that I want to break down in that episode, but some of it is like each one of the three factions you can join, some of the entries for them is a bullet list. Like it's not there's not like a scene, there's not like a setting that happens. It's just like your next mission is this bullet list, and it feels like they were rushing to finish the chapter. When you get there, it's like
Let's talk about that on our how to play.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a new bid for you, Kelly. 115 start casting, 130 we run the game.
130, and then I'll do something. 115, 125?
115, 125? Yeah,
Because then it's 25 to the next sprint goal.
That's true. Because we have been doing that, because Christa was 75, and then Elo's book was 100. So yeah, I could do 125, we start the game, and then 115 I'll start casting and getting art together.
And the chat is 1,000% right now. This is a Dragon Age module. Like, this is just Dragon Age. Like, and the further we get into this story, anyone who has played or seen Dragon Age is going to go, oh, you literally mean it's Dragon Age because of this, this, and this. And I'm like, yes.
But which Dragon Age?
It is Dragon Age 2 and 3. You know what it is? It's Dragon Age 3, but now we're stuck in Dragon Age 2 for like 15 episodes.
I think one of my favorite things about Dragon Age Inquisition was a friend of mine was like playing it and just kind of dicking around with it. And he's like, yeah, I thought it was a really short game and I was about to beat it. And then I realized that was the prologue. The game actually started. Just the look on his face, I was just like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, that... Man. I hate that with Dragon Age games, you don't get the ending unless you get the DLC, though.
That's kind of bold.
You get the ending, but it's not the real ending.
Oh, okay.
If you're tired of playing video games that you're not happy with, why not try tabletop RPGs? And in order to do that, you need dice. You know where you can get dice? AdventureDice.ca, and use code DorkTales for 10% off.
Christa?
They're dropping their advent calendars soon.
They did.
Christa,
want
That
to
was
get
the
already on
smoothest transition, Krista. I love it. That was and
Welcome.
seeing you try and hold like the straight face while you were doing it, and I'm like, "Where's the snort? The snort is coming."
The straightest Krista's ever been.
No.
I don't know.
all
I
right.
went to Bible camp for like 2 weeks in my life, and I had to
Did
be
you have an
really
advent
sure.
calendar from Adventure Dice?
I did not have one, or from Only Crits, which also have beautiful, incredible stone dice that you can also get. You can also get 10% off with Dork
That's true.
Tales
That's true.
in there.
All right, so
God
folks,
damn it, Krista, I love you.
that's great. We'll do more ad copy later. But I also wanted to say real quick that if you're looking for some more gaming this weekend, our good friend Precarious is having his introductory game on Friday night at twitch.tv/Precarious. That's
I can't wait to see that.
BREKARIUS.
Breck is awesome.
Breck's awesome. He's a really good guy. Has been he was like one of the first people who really supported Dork Tales as a channel. Both like personally, financially, with like subs and stuff. But so he's just like the nicest guy. And also, 2 of our team members are in that game. So Michael, our graphics guy who makes all this pretty stuff, Trizelta, who's in charge of the wiki, and also 2 of our patrons are playing in that game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Amberthist is in it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, I can't wait to see them play. And someone else who has a different name on the Patreon versus our Discord. Which, if you're not on our Discord, go join our Discord. It's a great place. And it's about to get way busier as the school year comes back on.
I got the joy to play in a game that Breck was running for Extra Life, and it was like, especially the behind the scenes stuff that he was doing with it. It was just like, oh my god, this is going to be so much fun, and
So good.
it was a really cool game.
Breck is a very, very technical like DM in many ways. Like he's very high quality, but he's a little more better prepared in many ways than I am. I'm a little more reactive. And it's really interesting to see different styles at play. I really respect what he does.
I love it.
So that's going to be Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. And you can find that at twitch.tv/precarious. And not sponsored, just a friend of the channel. Besides that, there's also some other stuff, as well as an ad we'll do on the way out tonight. That we hope you can join us for. So that's been 10 minutes. I think it's about time for us to head back into game, do some ghost hunting. What do y'all say?
No.
Bustin' makes us feel good.
But yes, wink.
Yeah, you and your garden rocket and beaver.
My garden rocket and my beaver. All right, so folks, without further ado, if you want to get technical,
Can
check
we do
out
a further
Breck's
goose?
channel, Bustin'. What? What'd you say?
Can we a goose instead?
Wink. Yeah, it gets her every time. I can't speak during. I can't be like. I can't do words.
Yeah.
I can just do sounds. There's nothing that gets my dog to attack me faster though than just going up to him and be like. He just tried to bite my face. He's like, "There's a duck in your mouth. Let me help." Ah!
Don't give up on your dreams. Just keep practicing.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last thing that I had to say, 2 things. Have a great night, Aeolus. And Traz, do you hear that? Bring. Oh. Hello? It's for you. The Netherdeep is calling you, Traz.
or is it just me, Kaeko?
And now back to the game.
All right.
Yes.
Chris is now the DM. I love it. That means
I
I
don't
get to be
know.
Dorlen.
Close. You need a little bit more gray.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll stop touching it up. There we go. All right. So, without further ado, let us head back. Let us head back into Call of the Netherdeep. Hello, and welcome back to Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. You finish your meal. Before long, you make your way out to the shrine of the Wild Mother. It's quite dark by the time you make it out here. In the distance, you can hear the sound of the city echoing around you. Ank'Harel doesn't really sleep. Not in the way that any of you are used to. Even places like Jagao, which were quite full of people, brimming. The accommodations, the buildings kind of built over each other, stretching into the night. It's not the same here. Even at one of the quieter places inside of the city, there's still a throng and a din just beyond perception. But here, Sabina, you and Dax find the smallest grain of peace. You can hear the sound of insects chirping comfortably, as the city is, well, present, at least a bit further away here. The temple, the shrine, I should say, is easy to find. It's a simple, quaint little area. A few bits of the shrine built out of bone and stone, surrounded by a stone wall to keep out mostly people. But you can see that the main thoroughfare of this shrine is quite overgrown in places, and to your discerning eye, Sabina, you in particular will be able to notice all manner of like animal spore. It seems like a lot of rodents live here. A lot of creatures come through here pretty comfortably. It is the temple, well, the shrine of the Wild Mother, after all. What do you do? And Xarria, do you do anything different entering the terrain of another god?
A little bit. She just usually is just kind of respectful and stands, before she enters, she stands for a moment in thought about who the shrine is dedicated to before entering.
Sounds good. As you step, who's going in first? I guess I should ask.
Sabina probably would.
Okay.
I think Dorlen's actually prepared this time and would put his armor on ahead of time and go up there with Sabina.
Oh, before we all go in, I'm just going to quickly, and she's going to pull out her conducting wand, and she's going to, basically, you'll see her hands go, and she'll start, like, pulling sounds from, like, the night, area, and kind of just, like, make that kind of surround everyone, as she's going to use one of her bardics to cast, my aria of suspense. So for the next 10 minutes, we can't be surprised, and I will roll the die, where if it doesn't really matter about environmental features, but if it does, this will be handy. But basically, I'm going for the we can't be surprised part of this. But if we do happen to get into trouble with the environment, you can add a +4 to where is the thingamajigger? Sorry, I haven't done this in a bit. Aria of suspense. Yeah, any creatures within 60 feet cannot be surprised. Gain a bonus on saving throws against traps and environmental hazards, which was 4. So,
Okay.
For the next 10 minutes, we can't be surprised.
So, as you approach closer, Sabina, what you'll realize is the little altar that you saw on the way in is actually just a wash basin. Beyond it, toward the back of this walled area, you'll see that there actually is a small shrine building. It's not terribly large enough that there's probably someone who lives here. Either directly inside of the shrine or around one of the buildings around the periphery. It's a wooden building with a largely open front that appears to have the ability to kind of like lower wicker shades down to prevent the flow of air. And as you can see, there are no lights presently lit inside of the shrine. Normally, there would be a couple of hanging lanterns. But as you take a step forward and look around, the ground beneath you is cold. The stones beneath your feet are ringed with moss. This patchwork tapestry of the stuff that is worn down in patches where the thoroughfare is the most prevalent, leading a straight path up into the shrine. Can I get a perception roll off of everyone? And in the middle of this, of course, Kaeko, you are swirling the night's music around, the sounds of the crickets swirling around everyone's ears. Everyone is highly alert. 7. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Dorlen, you are going to find, as you take a step forward, you're going to make a little noise. It's going to sound kind of like this. And you realize that you have, your armored boot has kicked over a brass, an actual copper coin.
Oh, must be my lucky day. I'll reach over to pick it up, because that's not a bad idea.
Sounds good. There is a copper coin wedged between two of the stones of the road here. Kind of hugged by the moss. It's quite an old coin, and actually, taking a look at it, you'll immediately recognize it as coming from your home city. What a weird coincidence.
I have a 24.
A 24.
Okay.
All right. Sabina, you got a 24. Xarria, what'd you get? Kaeko, what'd you get?
17.
10.
Okay. Okay. As you are looking around, you are going to... Sabina, you're going to catch it, and then Xarria, you'll catch it a moment later. But the smell of snuffed candles. You'll be able to smell the smoke trailing off, and you'll see that not just on the side of the shrine, but along the way on a couple of tent posts, there are little plumes of smoke rising in your dark vision, where it looks like the light that you saw the hue of as you approached the shrine have gone missing. Yes, Kaeko.
Are we dark?
It is dark, yes.
Okay. Oh, we're hunting a ghost. I should have rolled that with disadvantage, so that's going to be a 5. Because I don't have night.
I was rolling to see if you smelled it, not saw it.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. I'm on top of this. I know you can't see in the dark, and neither can Sabina.
Cool.
Actually, Sabina, did you get...
She has the night vision goggles from
I have
Dorlen.
goggles, I think, yeah.
But did they do something?
They do! They actually do.
Oh, nice.
Kaeko needs a pair of those night vision goggles.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. So as you are there, what are you all doing? It's quite a wide area that you could search. You could try to do any number of things to evoke the ghost, or what?
I'm going to show everyone the coin that I found. This is a long way from home.
Dorlen, what are you raving? I can't see anything in the dark.
Oh, I found a coin,
Oh.
and it's from my hometown.
But isn't that spooky?
It's a long way away from home. I don't think there's anything from my home. Well, I mean, I'm here from my hometown, but
Is anyone able to light it up?
I mean, I could cast light. I just thought we were chasing a ghost. But I do have light.
Did anybody ask any questions around town about this ghost? I mean, I was just busy stuffing my face.
No.
Kelly, you said that this is like
Yes.
the size where there might be someone that lives here. Is there
Could be.
any area that looks like it might be a housing?
Taking a quick look around, you can see that there doesn't appear to be any structure that looks comfortable. Potentially a halfling could live in some of these what appear to be maintenance sheds toward the back of the property. If it exists, it's probably inside of the shrine proper. But the more you look around, the more you think that someone probably commutes here.
Okay.
But where do you want to approach? So I need you to picture this. The shrine ground is up on a bit of a hill. It's a large rectangle. And as you approach it on a winding set of steps that kind of rises it away from the rest of the throng of Ank'Harel, you can see that on the inside of its stone fence, and when I say stone fence, it's not just like a concrete wall, it's slabs of stone like teeth that have been hammered into the ground, each slab of tooth roughly the size of a surfboard, like slats of stone that have been slammed into the ground and affixed, bits of twine and vine wrapping between them to solidify them, almost like braces. And as you're walking around and looking in the center of this, toward the back, if it's a rectangle, it's definitely at the head, is this shrine building. But as you step inside that fence, you can't help but think that you're walking into a mouth.
You said there's like vines and stuff.
There are vines, absolutely, that are intersecting with the stone fence. There are also quite a few trees inside of here that are doing their damnedest to survive against Ank'Harel's heat. But most of them are, say, what are? Pardon me one sec while I check something. So most of them are very wide based. So you're seeing things that are similar to like baobab trees, like the kind of trees that you would see in Africa, right? Like very squat based trees with kind of almost like, I would say mushroom like plumage, but honestly it looks kind of like browned broccoli. The way that it kind of like juts out in thick arms.
Cool. I would like to just druid craft on the vines just to see if it grows at all.
Absolutely. Touching it with druid craft, a little bit of green will restore itself to the kind of parched nettles at the end of the branches, and then they'll start to flower with wide, lovely petals.
Okay. Xarria, do you sense anything bad inside?
Not. Can I make a roll to see if I feel any malevolent presence?
You can make me an insight roll.
Cool. Sorry, just to go back to my sheet.
Totally.
21.
21? No, you don't feel... You feel the touch of the wild here. Like you feel that your heart is beating slightly faster, possibly because you're expecting a ghost. But you can feel the wind. You can feel the presence of the divine in this location. But a ghost? Nothing immediately reaches out to you. Which is why it's strange that a moment later, as you're feeling the air, you'll hear the sound of wailing begin to echo around the darkened shrine. Go away. After a moment, you'll all hear it.
You know what?
I think I hear the ghost.
I can hear the ghost. Kaiko's gonna tap her guitar, her axe. Sorry, her axe, and cast light on that. She's like, they can see us. I'm gonna be able to see, and so she'll cast light on herself.
All right, one sec. Kaeko, what's your armor class?
14.
Kaeko, you are going to hear, and as your light flares up, have you ever? It's like there's a sudden bloom of fog directly in front of you, mist, spectral mist that appears directly in front of you, and as your light hits it, it becomes almost blinding as it refracts through the mist in the air, just in time that you are going to see it curl into a skeletal clawed hand that is going to grab you by the throat. That is a critical hit.
Oh, ouch.
You are going to take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Ow!
And it just is going to start choking you, holding on tight. You can feel its spectral grip reaching inside of your flesh as if you were transparent.
Huh. Are we? I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna tell Dax to attack.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead and make me an initiative roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Not great.
Did your Aria of Suspense give us a bonus on initiative, or?
We just can't be
Oh.
Be
surprised.
surprised.
No,
Gotcha.
we just can't be surprised.
Okay. All right.
Okay, one sec. Let's
Low
play an
numbers, friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Just two of
everybody.
us. Okay, I'm not good either.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so checking down the initiative list, I have Kaeko, followed by Dorlen, followed by the ghost with the most, followed by Sabina, followed by Xarria. All right, so Kaeko, this grabs your throat and starts to claw through. Go. What do you do? The noise, the voice is not. The voice is echoing throughout the entire shrine yard.
Okay. But is it, you said skeletal, so is it like solid?
It looks like, honestly, it's incorporeal. What it looks like is a ghostly skeletal hand, just directly in front of you. Anybody who wants to can make me an Arcana check as a reflexive. So this will be your reaction.
Right.
Sure.
Sorry, what was that, Chris? You're muted, bud.
Sorry, 23.
I got a 19.
Perfect. 23, 19. That sure look. You know what? Ghosts, weirdly enough, look a lot like Chill Touch.
Oh. Gotcha.
Like, damn, that is a similar looking thing. No wonder. No wonder that sorcerers created that, because you're pretty sure that looks just like Chill Touch. So, Kaeko, what'd you get on your roll?
I didn't know if Kaeko would really know anything about Arcana. She's has a -1 for that skill.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So I think she would. I don't. No, I didn't roll anything. I just
Do you
was
have
like,
it as
I
a
don't think.
cantrip?
No,
Okay.
Oh, I don't either. But
no, I
that's
don't get
okay.
that. I don't get.
If
that
you have it as a cantrip, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, I figured, but I don't have. I don't think bards get that.
Yeah, there are all sorts of weird bards. I figured Dirge.
There's a
would.
caster.
All right, Sabina, what'd you get on your roll?
14.
Okay, it's like, that looks familiar to some spells you've seen cast by low-level wizards. It's, and when Dorlen says that, you're like, huh. So, Kaeko, what do you do? This is clawing at your throat.
I think Keiko's gonna spin so she's not facing her party and cast Thunderwave at it.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
Because
it.
yeah,
thank
it's a
you.
cube originating. I figured we were like doing like a 2x2, like going up the path kind of thing. So she's just gonna like turn to the side with the skeletal hand and fire off a Thunderwave.
All right, so there is an explosion of thunder energy. How do you do that? Do you just like hit a note like, oh?
Yes, I think she's gonna
Take some inspiration from the Kaeko box.
Yep, she's gonna say, "You inconsiderate oaf," and that's the Thunderwave. An oaf.
Beautiful.
A cube of lightning and thunder rolls out of you. Well, more thunder than anything explodes out of your voice, and you're going to see the spectral hand around your throat disintegrate into so much ephemera. You can breathe again. What do you do?
Okay, and then bonus action. I think. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't give. Wait, I can't see anything else, can I? Right now, just that thing is now gone.
You can. Yes, you are. It is quite dark here, so you're having difficulty seeing.
Other than the 20 feet. Okay. I think she's gonna go to our long range archer. Toss some inspiration to the archer. Oh, Kaeko of plenty. Oh, Kaeko of plenty. Yeah.
Kaeko of plenty. Okay.
Yeah. Take a bardic inspiration, Christa.
Oh, I see.
And that is her turn.
All right,
thank you.
Dorlen, you're up. What do you do?
Okay, the sound was coming from around the shrine, right?
The shrine is a central location there, but that's a good, yeah, probably. It definitely is, it's kind of echoing around the area, so it's a little hard to pinpoint, but that's not a bad guess. If it's coming from anywhere, it's either coming from the hand that just choked her. I'm saying this because your perception score is crap. You're not exactly sure where it's coming from, but the shrine is not a bad guess.
I'm going to kind of run up to the shrine and yeah, I'm just gonna like bulldoze right into there and just take a look around, see if I can find anyone.
What's your passive perception? It is
8.
8. Okay. All right. So bulldozing into the shrine, the front is completely open, but looking around, what are you looking for as you burst in?
I'm looking for like somebody in a robe or something doing some heebie-jeebie spell casting.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ghost, where are you?
Are you going to try to take any action while you're doing this?
Not at the moment. Nope. I will hold my action to attack anyone who any enemy that approaches my threat range. No,
All
you know
right,
what? I'll dodge. I will dodge.
That sounds great. So you're gonna like, oh, all right, sounds good.
Where are you, Ghost?
You have angered me. Be gone, or I will keep what makes you. You. It kind of stumbles over its words, apparently. And I need you to do me a favor and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. I was worried you were gonna say wisdom.
Nope.
Woohoo! All right, so that would be a 20.
A 20.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 20. Okay. For a brief moment, your eyes are going to just kind of feel itchy, and your ears are going to get that like brief tinnitus-y like sound, and you're. All right, you're good. You're good. You smack it out a little bit, glancing around. What the hell? And you can make me a perception roll now that you are inside of the shrine.
2. Deuce.
The ghost is like right behind you, just like pulling your pants down and spanking you in public. No, you're not even noticing. Okay, great.
I'm just enjoying myself a bit too much.
That sounds great. All right. So that is what is going to happen there. And Sabina, it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to turn to Dax and say, "Go find someone." And I want him to go hunt, and if there might be a wizard here, I want to have him go find that wizard.
All right. Dax can make me an investigation check with advantage.
Fantastic. That's wisdom, right?
Yes. No, investigation's in. Have it make me a perception roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because it's really not that hard.
And he gets my proficiency, which is 3, so that's 21, 23.
Holy God. Well, I rolled a 9 on my stealth, so I got 1 more than Dorlen's perception.
Seriously?
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Made that on investigation.
That's like the memes. That's like the memes, like when you roll a 3, but the guards roll a 1.
It's just
Yeah.
window
There's, like,
barring
standing right
underneath
behind.
the... Yeah.
Good.
All right, so
No.
Dax is going to... and is going to let out a cry of kind of just intimidation as Dax runs into the shrine, turns, and pounces.
Beautiful. Does he have action left?
He does. Dax has, if you'd like, I think Dax would probably try to do a pounce.
A charge?
Yeah, could do it. Definitely
That's
do a
his
charge.
pounce ability.
I think he's probably trying to incapacitate more than injure. Probably trying to
gotcha.
pin.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and give me an athletics check as an action for him.
Okay. That's strength plus... Oh, God. Oh, that's gone.
That's a nat 20. I heard it.
11 plus strength is 13 plus... So 16.
Okay. There is a pounce, and you are going to hear, "Be gone from here," and then like a high pitched, like the eek of a small girl.
Could be anybody.
Small girl. You will hear you'll hear a feminine shriek. Close that sentence off.
Sabina will run after him if it's within her 30-foot.
I'll say it. So as you run into the shrine, you will see that Dax has pounced on a girl in her early teens, pinning her to the ground. She's wearing very threadbare clothing. Her feet are stained and bare. She's wearing clothes that probably haven't been washed in weeks. Some of them like so threadbare that you can see a little bit of skin with your goggles on through like the elbows and the knees. All right, very dirty and fairly malnourished. That's what you will see. Xarria, it is your turn. What do you do?
If everyone's heading towards the shrine and she heard the eek and Dax kind of bounding that way, she'll follow into the shrine.
All right. Heading into the shrine, you are going to see this as well. There is a girl that has been pinned by your moorbounder. She struggles beneath the moorbounder's grip. Let me go! Let me go! She seems to be very adamant in trying to escape, even with this creature on top of her. And Dax is easily the same size as her.
I'm going to try to intimidate.
Okay, go ahead and make me an intimidation check.
I just wanted to look up.
I'll give you advantage on this because you're pinning her with a moorbounder.
Okay.
But also don't you also have an ability that gives you intimidation on this? Or advantage
Well,
on
I
this?
was going to say thaumaturgy and just make my voice more booming.
I'll allow that too. Make it even better.
Nice. Perfect.
What do you want to do with it?
All right.
Just booming voice, just...
Yeah, just booming voice.
Oh no.
All right. Oh, intimidation. Actually, I have to see what my addition is. Or subtract. Oh, +4. So it's a 22.
Holy crap. What do you say to pull her out of this? What do you say to calm her down? Or to intimidate her?
Sit still! Why are you defiling this holy place, the shrine of the Wild Mother?
Dorlen sits down.
Perfect. In a way more even tone than I just did, but
she will go limp suddenly like a deer in headlights beneath your yell, even more than the moorbounder. It will just and will just fall apart into shaking shoulders and sobs.
well, I'm bad cop. Anybody else?
Dax is gonna take a paw off and just kind of like lay down and show his belly to her and just
perfect.
I don't want any trouble. I just need somewhere to sleep. And I please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't try to hurt anybody.
Is everyone okay? Kaeko finally runs in.
I'll stand up, realizing the sit down wasn't for me. And, I'm just not used to Xarria yelling at somebody else. So they'll be like, I think the situation... We're not gonna kill you. Wait, are you the ghost?
You're no ghost. You're a fine-looking ghost. Are you a ghost in disguise?
Here, could we give her some money?
That won't solve the problem.
I've been hiding. I woke up one day and I could do this stuff and I didn't want to hurt anybody, so I came out here and I to hide at night and sleep here. But people still come by to do stuff, so I try to scare them. I didn't mean to hurt you, big lady. I was just trying to scare you. I wasn't trying to.
It's okay. There's places here that teach magic and how you could control it. We should get you set up with.
I'm
trying
gonna
to help.
cast my healing spirit, which is my little pond, just kind of like near her. So she's not in the water, but she's getting the benefits. It's okay. Hi, I'm Sabina. This is Dax, and this is Xarria. She's not as mean as she sounds, I promise. And this is Kaeko, and this is Dorlen.
Hello. Well, I mean, she yells at me too.
Yes, she's nice to most people.
Well, she's nice too, but she also yells at me, so I understand.
Honestly, you're a good magic caster. You scared me. You gave me quite a scare. I'm sorry to run in with it. We have this bag of. Do we have some of those rice crisps? Yeah, the rice crackers left.
Would you like some rice crackers?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Sabina will pull out a piece of jerky that's normally for Dax.
Oh.
She pulls out a tiny piece.
She will inhale the food more than anything. Just completely like licking crumbs off of her hand as she eats.
Oh, you poor thing.
I'm Shira. I'm Shira.
Hi, Shira.
Hello, Shira. Keiko's gonna reach into her bag and pull out. It looks like quite a costumey cape, but she'll pull out a cape, and kind of drape it over her. Here, I've only used this really to hide away sometimes or pretend I'm someone I'm not, but you look like you need it more right now.
Okay. Thank you.
So why are you hiding out up here again?
Let me take a look at you as well.
Please make me a
Xarria's
medicine
gonna
check.
bend
Oh, sorry.
down and kind of touch her forehead and, yeah, exactly, do a medicine check. Oh, that was not as great as I had hoped, but I think I'm proficient in medicine. I am, so that's a 17.
Okay. She's decently malnourished. You'd say that given a look at her, she's probably about 15, like 14, 15. Very, very young. She's, luckily, it's sleeping outside or roughly in mostly uncovered areas. In Ankarel is not that bad. It's like sleep. It's like camping in Hawaii. You know, like you can get away with living outdoors for quite a while in such a warm climate. However, she definitely could use some more food on her. You're seeing that also staying awake all night to scare off people. She's pretty sleep deprived. She has significant bags under her eyes and is, while she's operating fairly well, it's obvious that this is very draining on her, and what she needs is good food and a good night's sleep. Doesn't appear to be injured at all, though.
Okay, that's good.
Where did you run from, Shira?
I was staying at. I was staying at with my. It was an orphanage.
Okay. Where? You've always been in Ankarel?
Yeah. It was since I can remember. Anyway, I'm originally from, I think, Whitestone, but.
Okay.
That's what Margaret always said.
Margaret?
One of the caretakers.
Okay. And you just found out that you could do magic?
Yeah, I ended up scaring a lot of the kids.
That's
and almost,
okay.
almost hurting Razzle. My one of the other kids, a dragonborn that we have there. He's only like 8.
And how old are you, Shira?
15 now. I think it was my birthday last week. I think.
Did you celebrate it?
I stole some
Wait.
halu from the food
Well-
fair.
Well, I think we should go down back to the pavilion, and we're going to buy you one of those waffle things. Because that
yes,
looks
those look so good.
divine. And you are going to have a good meal on us. We're going to find you. You can sleep with us for the night, and then afterward we can maybe try and find you somewhere to work so you can start making your own money. And we can try and maybe find you someone to help you teach you magic. We know
You
lots of
also-
teachers.
We
And,
do,
you know,
we do.
They do creepy things with magic too.
Oh yes, and Kaeko will cast Mage Hand and like use it to like wipe some hair off of her face and like
Tickles.
brush off some dirt.
Yeah,
But
Xarria will cast light.
you can learn to control it, and there's lots
And
of people
fingers.
that can help you control it. And you can protect people and yourself, and you can use it for good.
But how about let's tidy you up a little bit before we get out of here?
And Shira, you could also use it to kind of busk down at the pavilion, the Sankat Bazaar or wherever.
I'm not a very good singer.
Well, you don't have to sing. You could perform little tricks.
Or you could bust dishes
thought
if
you
you
said
wanted
you-
to work for a pub. Or
I-
my
I-
Or
husband.
maybe we
shouldn't
shouldn't worry her with her
Yeah.
future quite at this very moment while she's
That's
still
true.
crying.
You
You're
need to
going to
sleep.
be okay.
Yes.
Your adventure begins. They were always beside you. See, I'm not a very good singer.
Oh no, I think that was
It's
lovely.
glorious.
It's honestly.
We'll add it
it's-
to the Kaeko
it's-
box.
Yes.
You probably
The
shouldn't. I
adventure
think
begins. Your...
I stole
forget-
that song. I know that someone's gonna try to come after me.
You copied them and they will write it.
Yeah.
You're going to be
The
okay.
copywriters?
And they strike. They strike hard.
We'll find someone to take care of you properly.
Yes. But for now, you have the Echoes of Valor to protect you and feed
And
you.
you need to eat.
Yes.
See,
Okay.
she is actually nice, even though
Well-
she yells.
Who's gonna feed me?
We'll pay for
we are
you.
for now.
Yeah.
One of the shop owners, but we'll pay for it.
Who are the Echoes?
Oh, that's us. That's our name. Our group name.
Oh.
Like-
Okay.
It's kind of like a band.
But cooler.
Agreed.
Cool.
Yes. You're a very tired child. We should get you. Why don't you come with us, and we will get you some food, some fresh linens to sleep on, and in. Maybe we can get you some new clothes quickly.
That would be really nice.
And you're very brave and very resourceful and very clever.
Thank you.
I don't think I would have thought of that. You're very
you.
smart.
I'm going to sort of sneak over to Xarria and just like, is she okay? Like, other than
physically.
being malnourished?
Other than being malnourished.
She's not
she's
sick
alright.
or anything?
No, she doesn't have any diseases.
Might have some
anything
worms or
that's-
something like that, but like, minor. The
Not a
usual
cat.
parasites.
Cat.
Yeah, not cursed or anything.
If you want to, I can carry you too. I'm quite strong, and you look like you've been run off your feet
No,
for the
I'm
past.
really. And she's just gonna start to fade now that the adrenaline has worn off.
Adrenaline,
She's
yeah.
basically gonna be like on the cusp of sleep. Keiko, you can
Yeah,
easily
Keiko-
carry her like
yeah.
a baby.
Yeah, she's gonna like just pick her
Aw.
up. God, this one is quite small. I think even for a human of her age, I think she's quite small.
Yeah,
She
she's
probably
level-
doesn't eat much and is very light.
Xarria,
She's probably like 80,
Yes.
90
you're
pounds.
still hurt. I cast
Oh.
healing spirit if you want.
Right, yes. I was gonna kind of like shimmy my way over and just like dip my toe in the pool or something.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
Keiko will as well. She's hurt.
Okay,
as well.
there I
I am
can
still
do
hurt, yeah.
it.
1 sec.
I forgot you did that. Actually.
1d6 per time. 1 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 3, so 4. So split 4d6 between you guys.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm
Got 2
good,
and
but
2.
Yeah.
I'm good, but I'll pet the
Yeah.
frog.
You guys can roll
Oh,
Right.
It's
I got
not
8.
easy.
Sweet. I'm only 2 down now. So
I
thank
got
you.
11, so I'm not down at all. Perfect.
Keiko's
yes.
gonna accidentally like how she does is Keiko's gonna pick up the Shira, and then she's just gonna like just walk through the pond by accident.
Yes.
Oops. Oh. Oh. What? Better.
Feels pretty good.
Hmm.
Thank you, Sabina.
Anytime. Well, twice a day.
Not quite any time, but
Oh,
enough.
All right. So it doesn't take long for you to make it back into Ank'Harel proper. I want to go to this one. I've got way too many of these cityscapes. There we go. Before long, you'll find yourself back in the bazaars, back in the places where you are staying. You're presently staying in, that middle bit. And there's more than
Fancy
an,
place.
yeah, the fancier, the in and out, not the in and out, the step aside.
Step aside. I was like, step above?
Step
no, that's
aside in
neon.
the
Step by step.
in the circlet walk.
Yeah.
So plenty enough time there. In the morning, you wake up bright and early, as per your contract, or your agreement at least, with the Vermilion Dream. Do you head back to the bar to check in and pick up your prize? Now,
Sabina is up like bright and early, like
Xarria
waiting to
is
do
not.
this.
You are pretty sure you can leave her here for the majority of the day.
Oh, perfect.
Fantastic.
I think we'll go down to the like, oh my god, the host, whoever's
Mhm.
like, and Kaiko's gonna,
Erwan, maybe.
yeah.
Erawan is oh wait, pardon me, they're both elves. What am I saying here? I guess I misread. Erawan is the veteran, and Caitlan is the druid. So Erawan will be. He's got very short ears. It's a deficiency. Too much calcium in his youth. He is in the middle of just doing some maintenance and cleaning while Caitlan is doing the breakfast rush. And before you even announce yourself, he goes, "Good morning. How can I help you?"
Morning. So, up in our room, there is,
Oh, it's not Chet again, is it?
no,
No.
Chet's fine. No, we have a guest. We found this poor young girl.
Oh.
Her name is Shira, and she's been living off the street for God knows how long. Gods know how long. So we're keeping her in our care for a little bit. We just have to go out for a quick business. She's probably going to sleep, so please make sure no one disturbs her. And if she, Kaeko will give a description of what she looks like. If she comes down and she needs anything,
Put it on our
we-
tab.
yeah, put it on our
so-
tab, please.
So she is, to quickly describe her, she has kind of short, close crop, like blackish brown hair, deeply tanned skin, kind of like cinnamony type of skin tone, but very bright blue eyes, like kind of a glacial blue. Very striking to see her in any light at all. But besides that, she is a scrawny teenage girl who probably looks to be 12 or 13 because of the lack of food.
Yeah. But yes, if she, as Dorlen said, if she comes down and needs anything, put it on our tab. She is our guest, and tell her we are doing just a little bit of business, and we'll come back
Of course.
to help her find her way. If
And
you could
she-
do that, she'll slide a gold over as well.
I'll put this toward your tab.
Thank you.
And
We're not
perhaps,
in the habit of inconveniencing the already inconvenienced further by being money hungry.
Much appreciated.
I think we're staying at the right place.
Yes.
Miss Moorden, you were saying?
Oh, Shira has also recently discovered some magic that seems to have some
Oh!
painful abilities.
Then I shall, let me rephrase. I'll keep the gold as part of a damage deposit.
Yes, the worst might happen to your plants. Definitely tell Chet to not go nearby.
Understood.
She has some necromantic abilities, I think.
Oh! Well, we are not in a habit of inconveniencing the already inconvenienced.
Thank you, Irwan. I will help restore any plants that may be damaged.
Appreciated. I think that Caitlan would be very distraught to lose some of his favorites. Well, be pleased. See you soon.
Be pleased.
Be pleased.
You too.
Now it is bright and early, not even 7th bell by the time you are up and out there. the buzz of the night having kept you awake. And you can see that people throughout the town are starting to get things set up. The Suncut Bazaar itself is just alive with early morning motions, the sound of people chopping meats for spits, the sound of tents being assembled, and the sounds of people milling around kind of hazily in the morning, as well as the percolation of brewing coffees and teas that are filling the air with that rich aroma that almost seems to beckon you closer, hither. But perhaps business first. You make your way down into the area of the Suncut Bazaar that you know all too well from the rampaging of that strange elephant. And before long, you find yourself standing in front of the first eclipse. As you do, though, Sabina, Xarria, both of you are going to realize something is kind of off. A pub wouldn't be open this early in the morning. They're not open 24 hours. A tavern like this? Absolutely not. They would have closed up sometime before dawn and would be set to open around noon, maybe? The door is open. Almost a full foot. More than that, the hinge that holds it up from the top is disconnected. Can I get everyone's passive investigation?
Oh,
Not great.
no.
17.
12.
9.
11.
Okay.
Kaeko be Dom.
Investigation, Dorlen's got. Perception, no.
So, looking in here, it looks like the front door was rocketed off its hinges, at least from the top. Perhaps a hammer or something. Or as you glance down, the two of you are going to see that the door was completely busted open.
From the inside or the outside?
Taking a look at it, from the outside, you think? There's definitely a mark of an impact on the outside.
I think Sabina's just gonna go in.
Could be a trap.
She's rushing in.
I go
What's the
with her.
matter? Oh, the door is quite banged in. Kaeko.
Armor.
The place
Armor,
is
and I'm
paused.
going in.
Nearby, you can hear as you enter. Sabina and Xarria, it's the tavern room itself. Is completely flipped. It looks like a bar fight gone completely wrong. And you can hear over in the corner behind the bar stay back, or else. From a low, slightly reptilian voice that you'll probably remember as the Blue Dragonborn that was tending bar. You'll see the barest bit of scaly forearm jutting out from around the corner. Opposite the bar, you'll see that cask-locked door, the secret door, is wide open.
Running.
Okay. Running inside, Sabina, you are going to swing the door the other inch or two open that you need to, and at the top of the stairs, as you look down, I need you to do me a favor. Make me a Constitution save.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Oh, you are a halfling.
Oh, I'm a halfling! I can't roll once!
Oh, that's less exciting.
It is
I
a lot.
rolled 2 1s. It's an 11. Plus my con, which is plus 0, I think. Let me just double check. Constitution 0, yes. So 11.
11. All right. As you were coming in here, There were thoughts that were dancing through your head, weren't they? What if she escapes? And also, what you were going to do to her. How were you going to kill Aloysia? Had you decided yet?
I don't know if she had.
Was it a knife? Was it just the thought of stringing your bow? As you step onto that landing before the stairwell, though, you see that the room in front of you is that small secret back room with the table in the center and the shelves along the side. And laying on the table is a body. And it takes you until the count of 3 to recognize the filthy clothing that Aloysia had been wearing. You cannot recognize her from her face, for she barely seems to have one anymore. The entirety of her skull has been crushed in, as if from a mighty, mighty blow. You see her teeth lying in a pool of blood next to her on that table. You can see her brains pushing out the sides of her ear canals. You've skinned many animals in your day. I think this one gets to you, though. This may make you nauseated.
She'll kind of fall backwards, so her back is against the wall of casks, and just sort of slump down and stare for a few minutes.
What are the rest of you doing?
Kaiko's gonna go over
Good train.
towards the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
Xarria is
too.
running over towards Sabina.
Running over there? Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll separate this in two groups real quick. So Dorlen, you and Kaeko rush over to the Dragonborn. You can see that he's behind the bar. His arm is twisted at an angle that says he's probably dislocated his shoulder. Running up, you can see that his right arm is bent underneath him in a disturbing angle. It looks like he was tending bar at the time. He's still wearing his leather apron over top of his tunic. His blue dragon scales are still reeking of ale and stained from a day hard labor. He's lying face down, and actually one of his teeth is busted. One of his fangs actually is completely chipped off and is laying on the ground nearby in a pool of spilled ale. One of the casks over his head looks like it was knocked open from where the tap had been slammed down, and has just left about 2-3 gallons of the stuff pooling on the floor where and it stinks. This ale has been sitting out for hours now. It's stale beer. He's lying in it, and it looks like his shoulder is perhaps not broken, but definitely pushed out of socket. What do you do?
Well, you look like you need some help, so...
This is gonna hurt a little bit, and Keiko's gonna pop his shoulder
I
back
need a
in
medicine
and cast cure wounds as well.
But-
Okay,
you're gonna
medicine
cast cure
check.
wounds as well. Never mind. If you're
Yeah,
just
I'm-
if you're
Yeah,
using
no,
magic.
I was doing cure wounds, but yeah, thematically that's how she was gonna do it.
The sound, you will hear the sound of wrenching a drumstick from a rotisserie chicken as his shoulder sucks back into place suddenly. And so that is 8 points of healing from Kaeko and Dorlen. How many points?
Only 5.
Only 5. That's still 13 hit points on a character. There is a horrible sucking noise, and he inhales a good 3 or 4 shots of ale directly into his lungs as he kind of comes to and starts coughing and was going to vomit a bit on the floor. Foamy ale, a little bit of blood, and the remnants of his dinner.
It's okay. You're all right. We got you.
Yeah, it's all right. What happened? Are they here still? What? Is there
What are you
anyone
doing
else that
here?
needs help?
The fuck happened to my bar?
Do you
That's
know?
what we are asking you.
We came here to get Aloysia, and we saw the place tossed. Do you
Found
not
you,
remember the thing?
Under casket, arm hanging out and we healed you.
Only thing I remember is I heard a knock at the door. I thought it was... I had a chore that I sent some people for. And thought it was them showing up. I opened the door a bit. And the next thing I know, I'm flying behind the bar.
Can you stand up?
Yeah.
Right here, let's get you cleaned up.
Hey, you're those troublemakers from earlier.
Yes, that's us.
We got your note, I think, about a ghost.
What? I didn't send that to you.
Well, they had landed in our hands, and we took care of it.
No, I sent it to... Huh. Okay. This is a fucking weird day.
Yes, why don't you sit down and just relax for a little bit. We're gonna go see our friends and see what else. If there's anyone else in here.
Yeah. Can I see that note?
I don't have it. I believe our other party members do.
I'm gonna sit down.
He's gonna
Yeah, sit
stumble up
down.
and sit down.
We gave it to Dorlen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have it.
You wanted to see it.
He'll pick it up and...
Hey, Gnome. Who gave you this?
Sabina? Xarria? One of my friends.
Well, then who gave it to them?
I don't know. They just stopped. I was lost in train of thought on New Magical Theory. I think I figured out a way to see
I think
invisible
Xarria
things.
mentioned something about an air genasi.
Oh, yeah. She did say something about that.
I don't...
Yes.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile,
You relax, we'll be back.
over by the door, while this was all happening, Xarria, you headed towards Sabina. What did you do?
Oh, Sabina, what happened? And she's gonna take a quick look down where the door was still wide open.
I would like a con save from you as well,
All right.
at the gruesome sight beneath you.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Carrie and Queen...
Very appropriate one.
Carrie and Queen
a nat 20.
sees roadkill like this all the time.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's very fitting. Oh, gods. Oh, Sabina. Are you okay? Okay.
At least it's done.
It's true. Well, that's vicious.
Particularly so, but no worse than she deserved.
I don't disagree.
Xarria, as you look over the scene with your perception score, would you like to do an investigation check as well? Just to pick up some details from the scene, please.
Yay, if I could. Oh no, I got a 3, so that's a
Oh, no.
5. Oh no!
So you will notice one detail of this. The room is quite badly... well, actually, it's a little messed up, but inside of here, it's much easier. You'll notice that one of the shelves is toppled over a bit from down where she was laying before, where they were keeping her. But what you'll notice, and Sabina, you'll recognize this as well, is as she's lying on the table there, her head smushed in, like an overripe pumpkin, she's still bound in rope. All of the accoutrements that were on the table originally are lying on the floor, as if someone just swept them off, dragged her to the table, and smashed her brain in.
So just very deliberate.
Behind you, you'll hear,
I'm gonna sit down.
and Kaeko and Dorlen are free to approach as well.
Everything okay?
So the bartenders. Oh,
Can I get con checks from both of you two, just for con saves for both of you, just
For
to,
funsies.
for funsies?
Ooh, I rolled a
24.
2 plus 2. Kaeko rolled a 4.
Kaeko, you're gonna look at that, and you've seen a lot of crazy shit in your days, but this is gross, man. Like, this is like horror movie gross.
It's so ill. Go. It's like, ooh.
Don't contaminate the crime scene.
Yeah, right.
That Kaeko's like, I'm not
I'm
throwing
ready.
up in this bar a second time.
I'm ready, Kaeko.
I refuse.
I refuse. She will fight
you do,
it.
Kaeko,
She'll
I got
fight
you.
the vomit. She'll fight the throwing up.
I got you, Kaeko. Just say the word. The word is bleh.
Yeah.
So, Dorlen's going to take a quick little look around.
Sure, make me an investigation roll.
Yeah, Kaeko would love to
Make it with
could-
it. You'd love to.
to look around as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Were
Dorlen,
you about to...
I was going to say, Dorlen roll this with advantage. Keiko roll it with disadvantage because you're
Oh,
trying not
no.
to puke.
Okay.
With
That's fine.
advantage, that would be a 22.
Oh.
It doesn't matter for the disadvantage because I both rolled an 8 on both of the die, so that's
so looking around,
7.
I will say,
Nice.
looking around, like, you're going to back up to leave the death scene for a second and just look at the bar.
Yep.
This looks like a Goliath fight, man. Like, this looks like the type of bar fights you used to get in when you were younger. You know, the bartender made a snide comment as he was locking up for the night, and you were just like, my what looks
Tossed.
good in these pants? You know, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is... Whoever did this was tough. Like, you're getting a little swell of respect in your belly.
Would Keiko have any inkling, or because Robin the player? But I'm
Dorlen,
wondering if Keiko would make
not
a
with an
connection.
8?
That's true. That's true. That's true.
With an 8, you're just kind of looking around going, wow, nice.
Nice.
Dorlen, you get advantage because as you were looking around, Dax is hanging out near the top of the stairs behind Sabina and is sniffing around. And there, next to the stairwell, you are going to see he's sniffing at something in particular.
What'd you find there,
It's-
buddy?
It's a footprint of mixed blood, dirt from the room below, and a bit of ale. A footprint left on the ground, the size and shape of an ogre's. An ogre that wears shoes. You know one who might fit that bill.
I quickly mess it up, try to be stealthy about it,
Okay, make me a stealth check.
so that
Or sleight of
it's not-
hand, sleight of foot in this case.
sleight of foot.
Whoa.
Can
I got that.
catch
24.
him?
Dorlen, for some reason, is proficient in that.
You can make me a perception roll with disadvantage because you're nauseated.
That's valid. Come on. That is a 16 and an 18, so 16 plus 9 is 25.
Oh!
Dorlen, can you do flash of inspiration?
I
I
would.
use determination.
I was gonna say. I would say. Maybe, but not in this case. Let's just roll with that.
Okay. All right. All right. So 16 and an 18, and it's a plus 8 for you. So that's, or plus 9.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Wow.
How was it?
Well done, Sabina. Well done.
Isn't it a plus
That's what I
8?
have on my sheet. I'm what +8? I don't know.
Because your proficiency bonus is +3 and your wisdom's +5?
I had. That's what I've
Dorlen?
been using.
If you noticed what Dorlen was doing, he was just making.
You'll
it look
definitely
like,
notice that he's doing something, though.
that
Okay.
Whatever it is, he's just hiding that it was there. Like,
Okay.
kind of trying to be stealthy about it. Just kind of like, nope, like he's obstructing the evidence.
Okay. Understood. She won't say anything. She's just exactly.
Okay.
And knowing that,
Oh, you might have expertise.
can I look around a little bit more to see if I can find any more evidence of any of them around? My good old buddies.
You totally can. You totally can. And I just saw what it was. Christa, you have expertise in perception.
That's what I thought.
Gotcha.
So that's how you have that mammoth score right there.
Yeah, it's the Deft Explorer. Yeah.
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 I
Yeah, I was
canny,
looking
I
at
get
like
double
the two
proficiency.
things. Yeah, that's only two things that are high for me is with expertise.
Mm-hmm. That's how you have a ridiculous passive perception.
Yes.
Nice. All right. So, Dorlen, you or anybody else can take a look around. You can make me an
Yeah.
investigation check.
So I would
any-
like to go
any-
down just see if they're still down, or see if like whoever did that was still down there.
Okay, sounds
so
good.
very, very carefully.
Xarria, you'll have no problem going and investigating the murder scene itself. You are absolutely fine. You are chill as hell. Everybody else, if you failed your roll for the con save in that room, if you leave the room, you'll be fine after you take a breath outside of it to go and search the rest of the tavern.
This time,
think-
I will use my flash of genius on myself and get a 28.
Okay,
Oh, that was a bit better. I want to use my determination though,
go ahead.
and that's going to be a 16
Okay.
for investigation in the room.
Okay.
Investigation is 17. I'm gonna use my determination to get a dirty 20 on investigation. Though I don't know if anyone's communicated, so Kaiko's just like looking for general clues because I don't think anyone's told about the ogre foot. But so she's just trying
I
to
don't think
figure out
anyone else has
what
seen
Goliath.
it except Dorlen.
Yeah.
So
So, what you're going to see immediately is, and Sabina, what are you doing?
She's sitting, hugging her knees at the top
Okay.
of the stairs, I think.
Dax is going to curl up next to you and like lick some of the dirt off of your face.
And she'll just sort of mindlessly pet his head.
Xarria, as you step down and look inside of the room, you're going to be able to see that it wasn't simply a large weapon that did this.
Mhm.
She was pulled onto the table, and she was struck with a maul.
Hmm.
You can see the places in the bone where the square ends of the maul bit in and clipped it cleanly, almost like taking scissors to them. From that angle, you got what'd you get on your roll? A 20.
Oh, me? No, I only got a 16.
Okay. So you will definitely see that this was a very downward angle, though. Like this,
Okay.
this would have had to be from like Kaeko or taller.
Tall, yeah.
And actually, as you glance around, you can see that there is a notch in the ceiling from where it looks
Oh.
like it bumped on a
Where it
raise.
had to raise. Yeah. Whoops.
It's very minor,
Knocked
but
my own ear off.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, got so excited about that one.
So you are going to notice that. Kaeko, where are
Mhm.
you searching?
So basically, I think she's gonna go from the front door backwards, basically, like kind of try and be like, okay, yeah, if I was fighting and this is like the Goliath thing, you start at the door, someone walks over, and so she's gonna like start with the door and basically try and follow the story from there as much as she can get.
All right. it looks like on the inside of the front door there's a little bit of scorch mark. It looks like the Dragonborn opened the door, was struck hard, tried to shut it, got one of the latches to engage, and then the door exploded inward off its hinge. The Dragonborn was struck with the door, probably what cracked that tooth. As the assailant tried to come in, forcing their way through, you can see scorch marks around it that look like from electrical discharge. He tried to use his breath weapon. The door took a lot of it. The inside is very badly damaged, and the wall is blackened. Luckily, it's clay and held up, although it's badly cracked. From there, it seemed like a pretty easy thing. A few blows exchanged, and then a deep rent in the counter. Seems like there might have been a couple more people here who tried to get in on the action, but if they did, they've crawled away, potentially out the back door. And taking a quick glance around, you can see that there is a trail of blood leading to the back room where someone must have crawled out. Probably to an alley surgeon or to a cleric. Someone to do this, though, like, what you will notice with that 24, was it?
No, dirty 20.
The dirty 20? The lightning breath was targeted at the top right corner of the door, right at on the opening side, right at the top corner, which for this door is at least 8 feet tall. So either he was knocked off and basically pulled his shot with his breath weapon, or he was aiming high for a reason. You have a feeling that Dragonborn probably wouldn't be. You can also see that he's not going to remember much. He's got a lot of head trauma. Dragonborn heads aren't shaped like that usually. He's kind of football shaped right now. And Dorlen. Dorlen, where are you looking?
Starting more in the room. In particular, I'm looking for specific evidence that will directly incriminate the other party. And trying to, I mean, there's spells that can make people bigger, like random things like that. No biggie. It's more just like, ogre-sized footprint. Yeah, maybe not like specific things to just kind of, kind of like, oh, this doesn't exist anymore. Oh, how did that happen?
As you are looking around, you are going to find something that you really don't want to. The floor is dust in here. And as you are moving inside and walking around the dirt floor, you're going to hear another noise like you did before at the shrine. The sound of metal bouncing, grinding against your boot. Beneath your foot are 3 pieces of a chain shirt that broke open from impact. They're scorched, as if by lightning. You will recognize them as the same make as the oversized ones sold in Jigao by the blacksmith Taral. The exact same chain shirt type that you know Maggie Keeneyes wears.
Yeah, that's Nope. Put those away somewhere. Just a little conveniently, like, oh. Oh, is that another coin? Or like just try and
What did you find over there? Were you saying anything while you're doing it?
Oh, he's probably like just being like,
Muttering
okay, that's
in
pretty
his
high,
Dorlen
muttering,
kind of way.
like Dorlen kind of way. Yeah, and maybe just trying to remove those. If he can stealthily, but
Make me a stealth versus perception roll for everybody
or
here.
sleight of hand, or to try and
yeah, it'll be against Sabina's still paying attention, so it'll be against Sabina's passive of 19, and
mostly the
Xarria's.
Dragonborn that I'm worried about.
Well,
If
he's
one
in
of
the
them
next room.
sees- just in case.
Okay. Against his 13. Okay, good.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, so you'll be able to bury that with your foot. People are paying more attention to your muttering.
Yep. Hi, I wonder if maybe an enlarged person spell or something similar like that. Oh, I wonder if I could make a concoction that would cause somebody to grow a massive amount. That could be
I'm
really
not sure.
interesting.
It looks to me though like it was someone who's used to being taller and at this angle, right? If I was suddenly taller, I wouldn't know how to quite aim properly, but this looks like it was done very deliberately in one swing.
However,
I
the top of the swing caught the roof, whereas there was somebody who was naturally that tall. Normally, they would know and be aware of their surroundings. You know, constantly
they're
hitting their head on
tall.
stuff.
Unless they didn't care.
Actually makes sense.
In any case, I'm gonna.
They were
sketch
enlarged at the
them all
door.
looked.
'Cause look at those scorch marks there. About 8 feet
I think
high.
this will remain an unsolved mystery. Completely unsolved.
Dorlen, you
Dorlen,
always
that's
want
Keiko,
to solve
you
things.
should sing us an inspiring song.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I got some of this dust in my eye.
Did you just?
I wasn't wearing my goggles.
Can I get a
Well,
deception
what-
versus insight
no.
roll, please?
Oh God. That'll be a 5.
15.
I got a nat 20.
Oh God.
These light blue dice really like me.
You
Except
are
sometimes.
you with a nat 20. Looking at Dorlen, he's trying to lie. He's figured something out. He has absolutely figured something out.
You sneaky little shit. You're gonna tell me later.
Yes. But
Gotcha.
unsolved mystery.
Uh-huh.
Sabina, with your halfling ears, your keen perception, and Dax as well is going to raise his nose into the air. At the same moment, you are going to hear the sound of bootfalls outside, approaching this building. The same sound that you've recognized at least once, if not twice, occurring in your presence. Like the time that you were brought into the station by the guard.
Of course.
You, with your passive perception of 19, have about 30 seconds to do something. What do you do?
The guards are coming.
What?
We could hide in the room.
Yeah. She'll indicate Dax to go into the closed room.
No, we're
We
helping
came in here.
to help this gentleman.
There's nothing to hide.
Or
Kaiko's gonna stand in the bar and go towards the Dragonborn again.
I like this bar.
I think you'll get it fixed up, but it sounds like the guards are coming, so we just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Oh, actually, sorry. If everyone's insisting on standing out, Sabina is going to run out the door, shouting, "Guards, guards!"
Okay, you'll do
Oh,
that
nice.
right as 3 guards rush up. One of them is the female guard that you remember meeting not that long ago.
Shoot, what's her name?
What is her name?
Flip through the things.
So many notes.
Do you, to the Dragonborn? Do you want another shot?
Boo. Boo.
Bouet.
I think I've had enough shots for the day.
You sure?
Yeah. I think I'm sure.
He says, cracking his jaw back into place. Why is it always the echoes of valor? Says Sergeant Boo.
Hey, we're helping this guy.
Help? Like Sabina is still like tears stained in dust and like actually looks pathetic.
What if she takes a look at you, glances into the scene. For the gods, what have you all done this time? And I think that's where we're going to call game for the night. All right. So, what a twist.
Oh, damn.
Sabina didn't have to give her tearful demand of why Aloysia needed to die.
Yeah.
Oh.
Were you
Damn,
saving that to drop
What
right
she
there?
wanted. She
Sorry?
got what she
Were you
wanted.
saving it to drop right there, or were you saving it to...
No,
When were you-
I was saving it
Just
in
for
order to kill. I was practicing in my car
Ah,
and
okay.
how to, why we
Convince
needed
your
to
party
kill
needs to
Aloysia.
kill.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If everyone's okay with it, I would love to hear this.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
Maybe I'll record it and send it to you guys.
Yes.
Record it for the Patreon. Record it for the Patreon.
There you go. It'll be a
Oh,
Patreon.
Gosh.
Heck
All
yeah.
Just like see that giant footprint and just like, no, not Maggie.
The second you said was bashed in when
Oh.
Sabina went down and you said her face looks bashed in with a hammer. I'm like, oh, Maggie did it. Which was why when Kaeko was like, oh, looks like a Goliath, I'm like, was she smart enough? It's like, no, she wasn't with an 8 investigation.
She was
to
not.
make it. Robin is smart and fixing puzzles, but then she has to stand behind her dumb character and go, Kaeko, figure it out. You got this, girl.
That's the fun of playing a non-investigative character when there's a
Oh, it's
moment of
great.
investigation.
Yup.
All right, so hey folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. We hope you tune in next week on Tuesday night when we're back with another episode of Call of the Netherdeep, where we go deeper into stuff. We've got a new adventure next week that I am very excited to run. Well, not a new adventure, but the name of the next episode is going to be the Half-Baked Scheme, which I love because we got to do
Oh,
that.
great.
It's going to be great. So folks.
Awesome. Isn't that
Please
whenever
come back.
we have a plan?
Thank
right?
God, I
mean,
hope
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, I
If
think
you haven't
ours
already
are
given us a
quarter
follow or
baked
given us a
schemes.
sub on YouTube, please do, because that really does help. On
Yeah.
Twitch as well. Helps the algorithm. Reminder that it is September, so if you want to support the channel on Twitch, you may do so by subbing for cheaper for longer, which is very helpful. And if you want to be a gosh darn hero, don't forget that over on our Patreon, you get a bunch of exclusive perks like games that nobody else gets to see for the longest time, as well as access to like new podcasts, to the book that we're writing about our homebrew, and all sorts of secret announcements in Discord. It's like a really good value. It's a really good value for the cost of one cup of coffee for the cheapest tier. But for those who want to pay way more than that, I have a quick thank you, and that is my thank you to my world building producer, the Royal Shulton, to my divine producer, Dia Michael Gray, to my demonic producers, Precarious and Soul Omen, to my princes of the Patreon, Trezelta the Traveler, Terran, Cubby Gummy, Aeolus, Amberthist, and Buddy. And I also wanted to offer a huge thank you to Ping.gg, who is the provider of all of our gorgeous streaming tech. So if you think we look good, that's because we use a service called Ping.gg. I don't know what country that is, but Ping.goodgame is how it is.
Oh, I like
I
that.
think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is, but it's usually a country code,
Yeah.
right?
I know.
So
Yeah.
Ping.gg is a fantastic tool for streamers who stream remotely like we do, that allow us to broadcast in up to 4K, something like that. We don't, because our windows are very small, so we don't need that much power. But man, it is the prettiest thing that I have seen available today for streamers. If you are also a streamer and want to be able to broadcast like that, like this quality, if you go look at some of our other streams where we use things like Zoom, you can see an absolute difference, and it's like it's night and day, especially when you're wearing costumes and makeup. So
You can
if
see
are-
how hot it is where we are. 'cause
It's-
you can see
I'm looking at my
time.
cast. I already know how hot it is.
Oh.
Hold on.
I
It's time for Jack Nicholson nodding face.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Also, I just looked it up on
All
the
right, good game.
internet.
See you guys later.
The country code for GG is the
Ballywick.
Ballywick of Guernsey.
That. Wow, you went to a country name generator too, didn't you? No, that's from The Departed. That's his Departed face, for those who are asking. All right, so folks, you are all amazing. Go join the Patreon, because at 115/125 patrons, we're going to run a brand new game. We're going to run the Radiant Citadel from start to finish, but I'm not going to run it. Robin's going to run it, and I just get to paint myself for it, because I'll probably play a Genasi or something. It'll be great,
Very
and
nice.
we'll have a great cast for that. It'll be wonderful. Folks, be sure to come back very soon. Tomorrow, we are actually bumping the schedule. Requiem is moving back a bit because Caitlan has to work, and because she's too busy like helping people and saving lives. But that's
How
fine,
dare.
because then we're going to run it in August or October, so you're going to get 2 Requiem games within 7 days of each other. Even
It's
better.
spooky season.
It's spooky season.
Spooky month.
Yes.
And I can promise there's going to be a lot more. If you're into Chronicles of Darkness or World of Darkness, there's going to be a lot more of that coming in the next couple of months. There's something working behind the scenes right now, a special game that's going to Patreon first that you might want to join for if you're a fan of Chronicles of Darkness. You don't know why. As well, I also wanted to mention that Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Era, our Victorian era game, fully costumed, fully realized game about mages in the 1890s, is back this Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Please come and watch it. It will be your friend. You'll like it. It's a really great game. And if you haven't watched it, all the other episodes, they're on YouTube right now, so go check them out. Besides that, I just wanted to say thank you so much for playing, folks, and thank you so much for watching. All you out there in Cyberland? I don't know. Swaziland. We love you very much. All of you out there.
All you out there in the Ballywick of
The Ballywick of
Guernsey.
Guernsey. That's thank you. You read my mind. Thank you so much. We will see you later. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Night.